13 months.
13 months, yes.
We finally got there. I mean, we finally got there, but where have we got to? Because it is a step into the unknown. We've got a situation where somebody is buying 25% of a football club, but he's getting control of football operations. And the Glazer family are giving away control of football operations, which in my mind is an admission of failure. They're basically saying, since Sir Alex Ferguson left, we haven't done the business on the pitch. We've tried everything. We've backed managers, we've given them money, it hasn't worked out. Now these new people have come along, they're only going to own 25% of the club, but we're going to give them control of football. In a way, it suits the Glazers as well, because they can take a step back and they're hoping that if things go wrong on the pitch, they're not the ones who are going to be blamed. It's going to be Ratcliffe and Ineos who are going to be blamed. But already speaking to people about this deal over the past couple of days, they're saying to me, how's this going to work? You've just got an extra voice in the room now. So when it comes to signing players, for instance, or hiring and firing managers, you've got an extra layer, an extra owner who's going to be in the mix when it comes to making these decisions. And we're being told that Ratcliffe and Ineos are going to control football operations, but at the end of the day, they've only got 25% of the club. Is that really going to be the case going? Is that really going to be the case going forward if things go wrong?
What voting shares have they got? Because haven't they bought some of those as part of this deal?
It is quite complicated. What they're doing is they're buying 25% of the Class B shares owned by the Glazer family. Now, these are super voting shares.
Right.
So although the Glazer family only owns 69% of Manchester United, their shares come with voting rights, which means that effectively they own 97% of the club. They can make all the big decisions. So Ratcliffe and Ineos are buying 25% of those shares. But they've also offered to buy 25% of the Class A shares. Those are the ones that are listed and traded on the New York Stock Exchange. And they're offering, what, $33 a share, which is around £26. Same as they're offering to the Glazers as well. And the board is recommending that the shareholders on the New York Stock Exchange accept that offer of $33 a share, because it's far more than it's been trading at. So I think it's going to happen. It's going to take a while, because it's going to have to go through the regulatory process at the New York Stock Exchange. It has to go through the regulatory process at the Premier League, which is going to take 6 or 8 weeks. But those United fans who want the Glazers out, the Glazers are still in. Now you've got somebody who we've got to take it at face value. He says he's a Manchester United supporter. He was born on the outskirts of Manchester. No denying that he's a United fan. He was somebody who was going along with his father to games in the 70s and 80s. He was in Barcelona at the Nou Camp in 1999 when Manchester United won the treble. But it's also true that he has tried to buy other clubs. A year ago, he tried to buy Chelsea. He tried to buy Barcelona as well. He already owns Nice. He owns Lausanne as well. So just thinking off the top of my head, UEFA are going to have to get involved in this as well, because you can't have a situation where Nice and Manchester United are playing in the same European competition unless Ineos and Ratcliffe can prove that they're being run by two separate boards. Two separate people have control over the clubs.
So you mentioned this involvement in other sporting entities. What's his track record like?
Okay, his track record in business, incredible. Somebody who goes to college, sets up in business, starts buying assets from oil companies that they no longer want, builds, I think, the biggest petrochemicals company, or one of the biggest in the world. He's said to be worth anywhere between 10 and 20 billion pounds. He's a big backer of Brexit, even though after Brexit he goes and becomes a tax exile in Monaco. So his business record, hats off. You can't criticise his business record, apart from if you're looking at his business record from an environmental perspective and the harm his companies are said by critics to do to the environment. And he has been accused of using sport to greenwash Ineos's image. His record in sports, I would say, is mixed. He bought Team Sky, rebranded it as Ineos Grenadiers. Their record has been mixed. They're not as successful as they used to be. He's invested in football. Lausanne, I think it was just I don't think it was a serious play at getting involved in football. It was more helping the grassroots club close to Ineos's headquarters in Switzerland. Very mixed there. They've been relegated a couple of times, but I think that's more to do with helping the youth and Swiss grassroots football. Nice, he bought, wanted to make them into a sort of Champions League club, challenge PSG. That's been very mixed. I think they finished 5th, 9th. They're doing much better at the moment. They've got a new sporting director who's going out there trying to find really good young players. They've got a very promising new young manager as well. I think they're second in the French league. Formula One, they bought a big stake in Mercedes F1. That hasn't been going very well because Red Bull are leading the way. He's involved in sailing as well, Britain's America's Cup Challenge. So it's been very, very mixed. But I think I was saying to you before, he's somebody who thinks he's surrounded by very, very clever people, and he's very, very clever as well. And he's had extraordinary success in business. And he looks at football and what people are doing in football, and he thinks, my expertise in business, I can translate into football as well. And what I'm going to do is, at Manchester United, I'm going to improve everything by a couple of percent. The coaching, the recruitment, the data analysis, the nutrition, the training, the infrastructure, everything's going to improve. And if you improve everything by a couple of percent, overall, you improve everything completely and you can transform Manchester United and return them to former glories.
You can't improve Old Trafford by a couple of percent. That's going to need more than that.
And that is going to need a lot more than his claimed $300 million investment. So we're being told that he's going to invest $200 million straight away once the deal is completed on infrastructure. That's £157 million. Now, you're right. When it comes to Old Trafford, £157 million, what are you going to get? A new roof if you're lucky. You're not going to get a new stadium. Tottenham Stadium, probably the best football stadium in the world, I think cost up to £1 billion. Stadiums in the US, the best stadiums in the world, cost around £2 billion. So this is not going to change anything. I think Sheikh Jassim from Qatar was claiming that he was going to invest up £1.5 billion in infrastructure. So, again, you're completely right to raise that point. This is not a game changer. The people who run Manchester City, the people who run Liverpool, the people who run Chelsea, the people who run Arsenal, the people who run Tottenham are not going to be, losing sleep over the fact that Jim Ratcliffe has arrived. He's a brilliant businessman, but the jury is out on what he's achieved in football and what he can achieve owning just 25% of the club.
Yeah. Now, they're making some big claims. They're going to bring in the global knowledge, expertise and talent from the wider Ineos Sport Group to help drive further improvement at the club. New sporting director? What are we looking at?
Yeah,
what's this restructuring going to
Yeah, I think there's going to be a new chief executive because obviously Chief Executive Richard Arnold has already left. There's lots of talk that could be Jean-Claude Blanc. He's somebody who already works at Ineos. He had senior executive positions at Juventus, at PSG as well. He's very highly regarded. So he may well be the new chief executive. He's been involved in discussions. New football recruitment director could be somebody like Paul Mitchell, somebody who's had success before at Southampton, Spurs, Monaco as well, is currently out of work, lives close to Old Trafford as well in the northwest. But there are other names in the mix. There's been talk about Dan Ashworth, who's done such a brilliant job at the FA, Brighton, Newcastle United. But I'm not sure he'd want to leave Newcastle United because, Newcastle United are on the up at the moment. So they'll be involved. Also, Dave Brailsford. Again.
What's his role going to be, do we think?
Well, he has a role at Ineos, which sees him like sort of overseeing all their sporting interests. Now, he is somebody who knows Sir Alex Ferguson. Jim Ratcliffe actually knows Sir Alex Ferguson as well, has met him. I just wonder if Sir Alex Ferguson has been involved in this in the background at all, using his influence to maybe convince the Glazers that Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos are the right people to do business with. But Dave Brailsford is somebody who, has had extraordinary success in cycling, and he's trying to translate that success into other sports and football as well. He talks a good game. Obviously, he's had controversial career in the past in certain respects, but he is somebody who thinks marginal gains. I'm going to go into Manchester United. I can improve everything by a couple of percent and we can turn this around. Most people I know would be a little bit sceptical, a little bit cynical about whether this is going to work because, you know, elite level football at the highest level has moved on so much. You know, I've just been in Saudi Arabia. I've been watching Manchester City become world champions, win 5 trophies in 1 year. When you watch Arsenal play Liverpool yesterday, you know, the level of football that is being played. Manchester United are playing catch up with all these clubs now. They need to catch up with, clubs like Spurs as well. You know, what Ange Postecoglou is doing there.
Training ground.
All this, yes, Tottenham. Tottenham have got the stadium, they've got the training ground, they've got a brilliant coach now as well. They're a club on the up as well. Manchester United, I think, it is a big, big job Jim Ratcliffe is taking on.
But it'd be a massive. Let's be positive. It could be the start of something.
Of course, it could be.
Yeah.
It could be the start of something. I think Manchester United fans will be saying, Merry Christmas. We've got Jim Ratcliffe. The jury's out. We're not going to be, celebrating and popping champagne corks because the Glazers are still here. But things can only get better. That is what they will be hoping. But what I will be saying is, where is this money going to that Jim Ratcliffe is paying? Is it going to go towards paying off the debts that the Glazer family have saddled onto Manchester United for the past 18 years? I don't think so. What is going to happen to that debt? Because that is what has been, holding United back for 18 years.
And how much is that debt now?
That debt is now £1 billion. So the Glazer family bought a club that was debt-free for around £800 million. The vast majority of that £800 million was borrowed money. And really, they should have paid that money back themselves. But no, instead, they put that debt onto Manchester United. So 18 years, Manchester United has been paying that debt off. They haven't really been paying the debt off because the interest has been going up and up and up. So they've been paying the interest, dividends, bank charges. It's been going up and up. And the debt total, including all the money that's owed on transfers and the money that's owed on, money they borrowed from the bank, is about £1 billion.
And when will we find out about this? Is this just going to happen in the background? The Premier League won't get involved?
Well, we would love to have...
The stock exchange?
You know what we'd love? We'd love, Claire, if we had a news conference.
Yeah.
If we had a press conference and Jim Ratcliffe was on stage and Joel Glazer was on stage and we could ask them all these questions.
It's Christmas Eve.
Exactly.
Oh, it's all coming together.
It's Christmas Eve. It's Sunday. And tomorrow is Christmas Day and everybody's off. And even if it wasn't Christmas Eve, there wouldn't be a news conference anyway. I think sometime in the future, maybe Jim Ratcliffe will do some interviews. And, if we're lucky enough to be allowed to interview him, or if our colleagues at Sky News lucky enough to be invited, then I'm sure these questions will be asked. But still, I would say a lot more questions than answers.
Welcome to the F&F Big Christmas Quiz. We are here at the beautiful Villa Park ahead of Friday night football between Aston Villa and Sheffield United for a Christmas cracker. To my left, Team 1, it is Kelly Cates and Jamie Carragher. Cara, thoughts on this duo?
I think it's a great partnership. I think it works well, doesn't it? Carragher at the back, Leash up top. Or Cates up top.
Kelly, you happy with your partner here?
Well, I was.
Team 2 to my right, we've got Gary Neville and Emma Saunders. Emma, happy to be partnered with Gary?
I think so. I think there's a lot of potential there. Gaz, do you agree?
Absolutely. We'll be fine, don't worry.
Okay.
It's not all about football, which helps us.
Gary, you were victorious last week, weren't you, in the darts challenge against Jamie? Big
and
moment.
in the Zorb football last season.
Oh, right.
Last season.
Jamie,
That's TV deal, that.
How much do you need this to bounce back?
Oh, yeah.
I do. I think we will. I'm really confident.
Go for
Okay.
it.
He doesn't like quizzes.
He doesn't like quizzes? OK. Team names, by the way, quickly. What's your team name?
The reindeers.
The reindeers.
That's all we've got. I mean, say what you see. Yeah.
Because of your red nose.
Team name?
Go Jingle Balls.
Yes.
Love it. Works on a few levels. Okay, these are... I'm going to show you a card. On it are going to be represented 2 or more footballers. Now, you have to combine elements of their names to make something related to Christmas. If you don't understand, we will give you an example. So on this Sky Sports cue card, if I reveal it, you can see. that is-
Ball.
If you turn it that way, they can see it before.
I'll stand.
Hello everybody, we're at Anfield for the Gary Neville podcast, joined today by Jamie Carragher off the back of a terrific 1-1 draw between Liverpool and Arsenal, both of whom, chaps, aspire to being the champions. In that context, how do you read it, Jamie?
I still think there's questions probably for both teams in terms of have they got enough to win the title. I think I would favour Arsenal more than Liverpool when I actually look at Arsenal sort of play this season, obviously just slightly above in the table. When I look at that sort of strength of the 2 centre-backs, Declan Rice in midfield, they look really solid. You know, coming to Anfield today, it was tough at times for them, but they didn't really give up too many chances, to be honest. It was the same with Aston Villa. They lost again, quite unfortunate. Again, didn't give up too many chances, and they are the 2 best teams at home this season. You know, the records tell you that. So even though they've only got 1 point, I was more impressed with the performances in both those away games, really, than what they've picked up points-wise.
So a better point for Arsenal, do you think, Gary?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you're coming here, I think you always take a point, unless obviously there's some sort of desperation at the end of a season where you need to win to do something, which Arsenal did famously 34 years ago. But no, I'm a little disappointed, probably just because I felt as though the game could have had a winner. And I'm looking for a team to step up. I'm looking for a team to emerge and think, right, okay, go on, really grab this opportunity. And look, they leave here tonight, Arsenal. I think, you know, I think probably proud of the work that they've done. They've been solid here this year. Last year they weren't solid, were they? They really sort of crumbled. So I think there's an element of real positivity. I just feel that there's that little bit of tinge of disappointment maybe in me that if you're really going to go and win the title, I always think go and win here. And that's very difficult to do. Not many teams win here, but big ask. But it's not happened. But I think that, like I say, they live to fight on another day, and big games to come up in the next few months.
I think one of the reasons why it was difficult for anyone to go on and win the game was I thought the 4 centre-backs were outstanding. You know, both. Honestly, you could have given any one of them man of the match, really, when you look at it. I thought Konate at times, the way he came across, he made 3 or 4 blocks in that second half. Gabriel and Saliba, I'm sure it was a toss-up to sort of give a man of the match, and Van Dijk's been outstanding again, as he has been all season. So I think it was always going to be difficult for anyone to go on and win the game or create a lot of chances, considering the form of those 4 players in this game.
On the reverse of that, I think that, and we've seen probably one of the best front threes you'll ever see at Liverpool in the last 10 years. And Arsenal, I think, is an emerging front three that could be great, but they don't actually combine a lot together. And I think that's a real problem. I think that the best front threes, you know, they involve their centre forwards, the wide players, they play off them, they bounce it off them like a wall pass. You see sort of in years gone by, Salah, Firmino and Mane, they would link between the 3 of them. And when I was playing at United, the front 2, not a 3 but 2, when we were at our best, the front 2 would link between them. It's very difficult when front players link for defenders to actually be able to deal with it. And at the other end of the pitch, Martinelli, Jesus and Saka, I don't see them linking a lot either. Even when Saka's trying to cross it to the back post, he's smashing it across. I don't see Martinelli charging at the back post. So there's quite a lot to work on in the front threes of both teams. The question mark is I don't think Liverpool will sign anybody in January in that front three, so they've got to work from within because they've got Jota, they've got plenty of players up there. It's more Arsenal in terms of I've found myself talking at the end of many Arsenal games this season now about whether Nketiah and Jesus are number 1 and 2 strikers in Premier League title winning sides, or whether they're actually more 2 and 3 strikers and they need that number 1. Because I actually love Jesus. I really love him, honestly. I think he's a brilliant player. I'd love to play with him. He's got a bit of Rooney in him, he's got a bit of Tevez in him, he's got a bit of the sort of everything, but he hasn't got that sort of what a bit instinct in front of goal, and sometimes it's everywhere you don't want him. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I think when you have someone like Jesus up the top end of the pitch, you almost need to have Mo Salah wide. Your goal scorer needs to be wide, so he's almost like a little bit, not exactly like, but Firmino-like in that. Firmino, when he played for Liverpool, his job wasn't to score goals. Now, when you look at Arsenal's front three, when you put them all together, there's not really enough goals there. They need someone to be a Mo Salah or a Sadio Mane when you go back to Liverpool's front three. And then no one mentions Firmino's lack of goals. Firmino, would you believe it, that this season Liverpool won the title? He didn't score a goal at Anfield in the league. I mean, that is unbelievable for a team winning the title.
He was essential, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly. But Jesus, we look at him because there's not those amount of goals coming from the wide area. So that's the one thing you look at Arsenal. There's parts of Liverpool you look at and you think, can they win the league with deficiencies in certain positions? And you do look at Arsenal and think, can you win it without a real sort of goal scorer? You think every week he's going to be getting a goal or very close to getting a goal.
Yeah, when we had Terrace would run around everywhere. Sometimes Rooney would disappear and you'd be out on the left wing. But you did have Cristiano Ronaldo up there who would be, to be fair, prolific, and Rooney was prolific as well. But I'm just thinking about the great front threes or great partnerships. These three, not even just in goals, they don't combine a lot together within the game to play, and I just feel as though that's going to cost them at some point. So, yeah, look, definitely Arsenal. I've found that there's been a lot of times during this season.
Great panic. There's a feeling, even if it's not going well, you're thinking he could run past someone, he could get a shot off from somewhere, he could do something. Gakpo has been here now close to 12 months and he's had flashes but nowhere near enough, and Diaz just looks a shadow of himself since those knee injuries he had last season. Obviously he had family problems this season, but I really feel that Diaz, especially on that left side, is going to have a really big second half of the season, or I'm sure Liverpool will be going into the market in the summer, because it just feels like with sort of Sadio Mane going Firmino, they haven't really replaced him in terms of quality. Younes, I feel, listen, we're almost making excuses for him, but what Liverpool have still got right now in terms of a front three, Mo Salah's your number one, Younes is your number two, and then it's who else is playing for me in a front three.
But you say that you're not sure about the front three. Jurgen Klopp's not sure about that front three because he switches them around, he moves them from position to position. You're not quite sure which he's going to play on which he's going to play each week. He substitutes them quite early. You had that front three for years who, to be fair, were like clockwork and they always played. And now he's got a situation whereby he's sort of, if you like, sort of juggling balls every week and wondering which one he's going to pick. And they are the scruffier. I mean, the three that were there before were world class. Younes is scruffy, Diaz is a little bit scruffy, Gakpo's a little bit scruffy, Salah's obviously not. And I think that's something that ultimately, Liverpool just a little bit short. One thing on the positive for Liverpool, I actually thought the midfield three today could get overrun. Thought Endo, Curtis Jones in particular could get overrun. I actually thought they stood up to Ødegaard, Rice and Havertz. Would you agree?
Yeah, and considering those three players played midweek as well, and then you think about who you're playing against, the quality they've got, they're going to be a lot fresher. The energy they put into the game, the amount of times they won the ball back, and I think that's just one of the reasons why Arsenal came into the game a little bit more as the game went on, and why Jurgen Klopp brought Curtis Jones off. I mean, that was a big surprise for me. I thought Curtis Jones was outstanding in the game, but it was the fact he'd played midweek and Gravenberch comes on. But that is, I think, on the back of what happened midweek and what happened today, that, I think, for the foreseeable future, or certainly the next few weeks, that is Liverpool's go-to midfield three now, I would say.
So moving on, how do you think Manchester City are viewing all of this? And in that context, how important has this weekend been for them? They are the world champions. Just say a little bit about that.
I think that tournament doesn't get, obviously, the credit in this country. That it will never get the credit in this country. It got a bad name, the World Club Champions, even though it's slightly different. 23 years ago, when we as United went and missed the FA Cup, and it was at the time seen as a crime. Maybe it was. But it's a really important competition in the sense that to win the league and then to win the Champions League, to get there, you've got to have done a hell of a lot to even be in that competition, and then to go and win it, it's not always easy. So for Manchester City, it's a great achievement this weekend. Well done to them. They'll be happy about how the results have gone with Villa, Arsenal and Liverpool, so that'll be something that gives them a little bit of a lift. And for Manchester City, they've been below par. Let's be clear. I won't use the word complacent. I'll say below par, based upon their sort of unbelievably high standards. But I think if they're going into February in the position whereby they're sort of neck and neck with these teams, and these teams haven't just stepped up a level, they'll feel really confident, because that sort of know-how running down the final straight with that power that they have with Haaland up top. And if De Bruyne comes back, he's obviously a difference player.
I think this last week's been fantastic for Manchester City. There was talk that I think the next time he plays are across Stanley Park at Goodison, and they could have been 12 points behind Liverpool. And Liverpool have dropped 4 points now, so I think it puts them in a great position. If they get back to anything near their best and they're within touching distance, I think they go on and win the title.
Okay, that's them. That's the title race. Gary, it wouldn't be one of these without a word on Manchester United, who've had they've lost again today.
Yeah.
What did you see of it? What did you make of it?
To be fair, I've just seen the goals on the app because I was travelling over to Anfield and didn't see. I think you've seen the full game, haven't you? It doesn't surprise me at all. You know, I didn't get carried away last week when they played.
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Anybody home? Anybody home? Say hi to me. Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, Happy New Year. All the best. Thank you so much for stopping by. God is good all the time. We are here just to talk between friends, right? Nothing special. Feel free to join us and let's talk about anything. Not only football, about life, you know? Life in general. Why not? So while I'm trying to fix everything on the screen, let me fix everything, if you don't mind. All right, Mr. Lusala. Mr. Lusala. All right. Merry Christmas to you, brother Lusala. And Aziz was there early on. Aziz the King. Arsenal for Life said that it's lonely at top 4, at the top. Okay, elephant on top of the tree, brother. Last Christmas we were there. You had even 9 points. Back then, it was the same story, the same speech, the same celebration. It means nothing. You wait. You wait until, I don't know when, but you will see. Aziz is so angry at Michael Jackson. He calls him Michael Jackson. Rip all their contracts. So people, give me some feedback if you can hear me and you can hear also some music. You know, it's a party, right? It's the festive kind of atmosphere. I don't want it to be too loud, but I don't want it to be so quiet. If that makes sense? Let me know if you can hear my voice with the music at the background. If it's too loud, we put it down. If it's too slow or too soft, we can increase a little bit. What is happening here? Like, I can't really do certain things on this thing. Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Michael Jackson is the king of pop. Oh gosh. As he said that he's so angry at Michael Jackson because that Jackson guy is... Alright. There are certain things that I can't really fix on my screen. I don't know why. Why can't you just find a way to... I can't pin it for some reason. But it is what it is. I can't pin the message. I will find out how to do it. It doesn't allow me to do anything, pretty much. Okay, I don't know why. It's giving me options to do for other messages, but for my own messages, I can't do anything. What is wrong here? It's Nicholas Jackson trying to... Nicholas Jackson, this is... You have to blame Nicholas Jackson on this one. Sorry. Aziz, are you there?
I'm here.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Oz.
Merry Christmas to you too, my brother Aziz. And it's not gonna even be a merry one because Chelsea just destroyed our lives, man.
I'm so angry. I don't know who to be angry with. All the players. The idiots of the strikers we have, the coach playing players out of position. Everybody needs to go. Everybody needs to go. Even Pochettino needs to go. This project is bigger than Pochettino. And secondly, I want to ask, who's the director of football at Chelsea? Are they seeing what was going on? Buying players that are not fully fit. Buying young players that are not ready. And Pochettino is not telling them that this is the player I need. Not going out publicly and... You understand?
Pochettino hasn't bought any player so far.
No. I said Pochettino should have go in there. Me and a coach like a Mourinho, a Pep Guardiola will go in there, a club, and tell them this is the players I need for me to succeed. Not this bunch of idiots we have.
But we don't have transfer window so far. Like Pochettino pretty much...
Excuse me, sir. When he came into the squad, at least the first few weeks, he should have analyzed and said, okay, this is the players I need. This is the experienced players I need for them to stay. And thirdly, I need experienced player. I need an experienced striker.
Back then, he was like scoring in pre-season. We were all happy. And all of a sudden, the Premier League is a different animal. You can have a very good pre-season. We can make theories and narrative about how good the player is, but you have to come and perform in the Premier League.
Okay, Mr. Oz, me and you. Okay, apart from the pre-season, from day one, you could see that this guy is struggling. Today, he had chances to bury Shaw. This is not the second, third time he's been doing this same mistake. You have one shot. He's still gonna be dragging the ball. Like, for God's sake, man. I wish I could go inside the TV and slap the shit out of him.
Yeah, even brother Raheem Sterling did the same. Broja also.
And that's what I'm saying. They should rip all of them's contracts. Like, they're all useless. Nkunku only came to play maybe like 30 minutes. You could see the impact of what Nkunku did.
Yeah.
He had two chances. One cleared the line. The other one is scored.
Yeah, Nkunku like, can score even
I'm broken. Like, they've broken me. Like, I can't even come out. That's how angry I am because I can't. I'm not taking this. We can't take this shit no more. It's either I've said it from day one. Criticize these players. You'll be what's it called? You are pampering them. Criticize them when they're not doing good. Criticize the fucking striker. I didn't even see what Broja did. It's like he was just there. Pochettino should have known, okay, if I want to beat a low block team, I've noticed if you want to beat a low block team with this Chelsea, go to play 4-4-2. Either put Sterling to play in the middle with Broja or Nicholas Jackson. Let Palmer play his actual wing. Pochettino has been playing players out of position for God knows when. You have the left back, you don't use him. How will he perform? You have a right back, you don't use him.
Yeah, Jan Madsen.
You could see the impact the guy did. He was pulling out crosses, creating up front.
Yeah, he's
Pochettino is Pochettino is the downfall of this team. I have a proposition. Do you think Pochettino is actually helping Chelsea, or he wants Chelsea to just go down?
So you think he's an agent? He just came to
The
make
way
out
it looks,
Spurs?
the way it looks to me now, he's either like an agent or he doesn't know football no more. He did the same thing at PSG.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, let's say Jan Madsen being a left back or wing back his entire life for 20 years of his career, young career of course, that's what he been doing for a living. And you come all of a sudden and say that he's not that, like it doesn't make any sense to any human being. I think it's just personal to him. He doesn't like him.
Even it's not even that. Play him in the position you want him to play. You're not even using him there. You're not using him as a 7. If you said he's not good as a number 3, as a left back, why don't you use him as a 7 then? You killed all their confidence.
Yeah, that's what Pochettino is doing. I come to the point where I don't know what to say or defend him. The only way I still kind of defend him now is that regardless, we still create chances, clear chances. You don't get clearer chances than that. So if Nicholas Jackson, Michael Jackson, or Raheem Sterling, Mr. Chilling himself, if they score those goals, we score the first goal today, the narrative was gonna be different now. Now we were going to say how genius he was with injuries and that, and we got 3 points. But the narrative is gonna change when you make some crazy decisions and you don't get a result. Remember Mourinho back in the day when he used like to bench somebody like Juan Mata, okay, and then he put Willian, and everybody was just like, this guy been Chelsea best player for 2 seasons, back to back, Juan Mata, and all of a sudden you Mourinho, you come and you start changing. People were not happy, but when Mourinho made those changes, we still win games. So we didn't really get too mad, because the end of the day you want to win. But when you're not winning and you are playing people out of position, very, very bad systems, twisting, changing all the time, continue to do the same thing over and over again, and then people are going to get on you. That's the problem. You have to win. If you are stubborn, you need to win. So that's the way it is.
Or one other option I'm thinking, do you think Pochettino is just playing these players out of position to defy the board, telling them that these players are not good enough?
But that is not the way. Well, I understand what you mean, but that is
You understand where I'm coming from?
That is not the way of asking for money or asking for better players. You can continue winning and then also asking for, I don't know. I don't think he's doing it on purpose, because he knows he can be also sacked, and his CV is gonna be very bad at the moment after PSG and now Chelsea Football Club. So he knows. I think he also wanna win. The end of the day, you wanna win. I don't think he's gonna tell Raheem Sterling to miss that chance so he can send a message to the board. I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna do that. Tell Broja not to score, and why Nkunku came and scored. So I think he's just being stubborn.
To me with Pochettino, Pochettino is part of the problem in this team. One, we all know playing players out of position. You want to tell me you can't play two left players in the position together? You want to tell me you can't play Liverpool and Badashile to play together. You want to tell me you can't play Liverpool and Thiago Silva to play together? You want to tell me that? No. Because I've seen other coaches do it.
Yeah, you can do it. I mean, listen.
What's his name? This guy is a right footer. Stones. And the other defender at Man City. Diaz. They are both right footers.
Yeah, you can. But so I don't understand why that should be even a problem, because sometimes in the defense you have all of them are right-footed. So there's no problem to have all of them left-footed too. Like that is just the
John Terry and Carvalho.
They all were right-footed, right?
They're right-footed.
And even with Gary Cahill.
Gary Cahill was a right footer before Sarri converted him to a left footer.
Yeah, so you can pretty much play them. They are defenders. They know they're gonna cope with the situation. There is no problem with that, in my opinion.
Like I'm saying, you play players out of position. You want to tell me Imasi can't do some crosses? Malo Gusto, because let me explain why you need your left back and your right back in today's system. Because now the wing backs are considered as attackers. The left backs are considered as wing backs, because every time Sterling is moving forward, he needs somebody to support him to do the shadow runs. Liverpool won't do that.
Yeah. Let
me mention. Thirdly, you have a player that just rescued you 2 days ago. He's in form. You didn't use him. You have a world-class striker in the bench. You are not using him. You have a world-class defensive midfielder who is fit. You want to tell me he's going to be so bad? You didn't use him. To hell with Pochettino and his projects.
Okay, so let me read some comment, and then we're gonna go to People's Republic. Mr. Lusala is said, as funny thing is that Jackson is rated less than Manchester United Rasmus Haaland. But Jackson scored 7 goals, more goals than Younes of Liverpool, more than Gabriel Jesus at Arsenal, and Haaland has 0 goals. I kind of got your point here. This is why context also we need to apply context in football sometimes. The goals that Michael Jackson scored, basically they were like empty goals. I'm not going to take everything away from him. I still rate him. I still believe that he's going to come good if played with a proper number 9. But let's not exaggerate just because we want to defend him and we want to compare with everybody. Okay? At Liverpool, if Younes doesn't score, and then it's going to open the way for Salah or for Ruben Diaz and Gakpo to score. So they still score and win games. At Arsenal also, Kai Havertz is scoring. Even Declan Rice is scoring. They have goals from everywhere. And what Gabriel Jesus is doing, he is great to allow those goals to be scored. So he doesn't have to score because there are other people, but the work that they do is even more than scoring goals. So I don't want this kind of comparison just because Rasmus Haaland is not scoring, and then we have to feel good about Nicholas Jackson scoring 7 easy goals that even your grandmother is gonna score. So we have to use a little bit of context here. And another thing, Rasmus Haaland is not scoring because he's not getting service. But our strikers are getting services all the time. They don't score. That's the difference. If Rasmus was in those positions of Jackson or Raheem Sterling today, he was going to bang some goals. Believe me. So you have to use context behind goals and behind everything that is going. I understand you can score a hat-trick against 9 men Tottenham Hotspurs, and you can score in the far post in an empty goal, whatever it is. But overall, bro, the moment that we need you that moment to score the first goal for us. You're not there. Mr. People's Republic.
Good evening.
Merry Christmas if you celebrate. If you don't celebrate, it's not good. It's not a big deal. Have your holy water and that's it. Go sleep, that's it.
I'm a definitely Merry Christmas type here. And so you talk about, interesting, you talk about Jackson. So Jackson is the ultimate tap-in merchant, the Ronaldo. And but this Jackson, if you notice, his confidence is gone. He's finished. Ever since Nkunku returned fit, Jackson has just gone down his confidence. He's just, you saw him today. He looked like somebody scared. He just looked terrified. He looked under pressure. He just, where he's been playing free, he knew that he was going to start every game, and there was no competition for his place there. Now suddenly with Nkunku fit, Jackson now, I don't know what's happened to him, but he was shocking in this game. Really, really, really shocking, to the point where I thought, when I saw him miss those chances, I thought this is going to be another one of those Chelsea games. Dominate, create 10,000 chances, can't score the most simple ones, and we're going to lose. I just knew it. I just knew we were going to lose. Had it not been for your friend there, Petrovic, we would probably lost a lot more. And it's boiled down to one mistake from was it Badiashile? That's ridiculous defending error there.
But the problem is, even when the opposition makes the same kind of mistakes, we don't score. You see the difference? Yes, we make a slight a mistake, we are punished because the other team is clinical. And then when we have the same, even better than those chances, we don't score. And then at the end of the day, I find it hard to blame Pochettino only. I understand. I'm the first here to come and say, why the hell are you playing people out of position? By the other side of the coin, I'm like, what? But we created. One goal could have changed everything. So as long as we keep on creating and we don't score, I'm not going to blame everything on Pochettino. He needs to take responsibilities, but you want to know
what's so messed up? In the Premier League, we are the only team that creates more opportunities than any other team.
Yeah, in Europe, top 5 leagues. In Europe, top 5 leagues. I saw the statistics today.
I'm going to say this thing again, Mr. Holt. I'm going to say this thing again. I don't care how people feel. Jackson is the worst African player to ever play for Chelsea. He's the worst of every beat. Timo Werner, I'll pick a Timo Werner ahead of Jackson. That's how angry I am with him. No movement, no nothing. He's dull.
Yeah, I don't know what he tried to do. You are one-on-one with the goalkeeper. I don't know. Shoot it first time, maybe with your left hand outside the boot, left foot. Don't try to push it to the right. One time left foot outside the boot, and then it's gonna be a very good curly 100% goal. But he tried to do whatever and the guy, it was, oh my goodness, I wanted to punch all my computers and everything around me. I'm like, what are you doing? What is that? And the freaking Raheem Sterling also. 3 against 1, right? Easy. There were like 3 solutions to do that. Chip it, go around the goalkeeper like Terrace, or just square it to one of your colleagues. Jackson was going to score no matter what. But you never know, it's Jackson. But in that position, he was going to have like an empty goal. Him and Cole Palmer. and he choose that. That is the option that Raheem Sterling always chooses. Even when he dribble, he wanna go through the legs. He wanna go through people. Even if he has 10 defenders around him and he has somebody up in an open space, he's not gonna pass to his colleague. He's gonna try to go through the legs of 10 people. A forest of legs. Never had like IQ. That brother and just giving me flashes, man. And then he's gonna score a goal or a couple of goals and everybody, oh, you are a header. Oh, you header. You head. Hello, we can't tell the truth anymore. If you score a couple of goals tomorrow, I'm gonna praise you. You did good. But today you were just a big flop. So you don't want me to say anything. You want me just to be in a cult and applaud and lie. I don't know. I don't know what people really want because I don't know.
Let's be frank. Between me and you, those players are shit. Those players are useless. Those players don't deserve to ever play for Chelsea. Those players, I hope they go home and go look at their children and say, I did a bad job at my work. That's how bad they are. Useless players.
I don't think that's fair.
Nah. This is a big boy game. It's fair. No. You've never seen me so angry like this. This is even last season. I was ranting last season because we are not even creating last season. You don't spend $1 billion and tell me you spend $1 billion and this is the bullshit you give me.
Come on, if you had said, like if you watch Man United the last couple of games, 4 games, where they create 0 chances, 0 goals.
Okay.
Yes.
What position is Manchester United? What position is Chelsea?
No,
you're bringing that same argument that Manchester, at least, if they create 1 chance and they score,
you're saying Chelsea did nothing the whole game. They created, I don't know how many chances. They played well. They were just unlucky not to score.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Mr. People Republic. Sorry to say, that is what is killing Chelsea. They created, let me use my Donald Trump impression. Oh, we did good job, but we couldn't score. Are you serious? Do you know who Chelsea is? 2-time European champion, 2-time Champions League winner.
That's all past. That's all history, ancient.
It's not about history. It's your legacy.
History means nothing. History, you can't use history with what you've done in the past for what is happening in the present. History means bugger all. What you do is on the pitch to here and today on your team you play. This is what matters. What you did 30 years ago has no relevance whatsoever with your current team. It's a bit like you could go to Man United. We have a legacy. I don't know, 15 EPL titles. We have blah blah blah, heritage and all that bullshit. It means nothing because at the end of the day, if your players aren't pulling their weight, if the manager hasn't got any tactics, then you can't use history for anything. So I don't buy that heritage Chelsea.
Yeah, I think it's time for us Chelsea fans to start realizing our level and not keep on living. Otherwise, we're gonna be like 30 years like Liverpool without winning a title and still keep on. Oh, we won. Like now, we have just to realize our level. Yes, we won like the Champions League 3 years ago. But our level now is between 14th and 10th. That is the real level today. And we can't like demand do it because there is nobody that will do it. Everybody that's coming from the bench or whatever, beside like Nkunku, we don't have anybody. We wanted Broja. Broja is not doing good at the moment. Jackson, we kind of like worshipped him, how our scouting department is good and how did they manage to find him and blah blah blah. Now probably we have to be a little bit patient and understand that we're not gonna have the better of Jackson probably not this season, but
The only
next
thing
season.
Jackson is good for is getting a yellow card, unnecessary card. And you know what's so angry about this guy? Okay, you're one goal down. It's not the end of the world. These boys are now, all of them already started getting yellow card, unnecessary fouls. They are not meant to commit. Now, the key players that are going to play on the 26th, they are going to be out. Palmer is not going to play. He's already had his 5th yellow card.
Yeah, and all the yellow card are not like he put a tackle and took one for the team. He's always arguing, insulting the referee. Decent. Nothing like normal yellow card for. It's all lack of discipline and being basically rude on the pitch. So he got more yellow card than goals, and the goals we have also to apply a little bit of context. And this is the problem with today's generation of statistics, because when you go and check on his statistics, because you don't watch games and you don't know what is happening, you will say, oh my goodness, look at this guy, he's better than Younes, he's better than Rasmus, better than Gabriel Jesus, because people care about that end product, what is said there on the table. 7 goals, no context, no nothing. Nobody is gonna tell you that it was 9 against 11 and Tottenham were playing half the line. Nobody is gonna tell you that he was like standing in the far post doing nothing, and then the ball just came and touched his foot and then went at the back. Nobody's gonna tell you how easy those goals were and how many goals he missed in the same freaking game. Nobody's gonna give you context on those stupid statistics online. So I still believe in the guy. I'm not gonna give up on him.
I don't believe in that guy. That guy can never be, to be honest.
I don't write off people.
I
always believe in the better tomorrow.
Okay, but I pray he convinces me. Maybe next season, but this season I've written him off. What I'm going to say right now, let's take him out of the team.
He's going to the African Cup of Nations.
He's
gonna
go.
Let me finish.
Thank you,
he's
God.
He should go.
Listen, he's gonna see his juju guy. He's gonna go back to the village.
You know what's so funny? Somebody told me this. Somebody told me this, and I was laughing about it. A Chelsea fan. I'm not going to mention his name. He's a very popular YouTube person. He said, the way Jackson plays, he wished we could swap Nkuku's injury for Jackson.
Okay.
I didn't get the joke first, but when I went back home, when I sat there a while, I was not laughing. Sometimes some jokes can be the truth.
Yeah, the problem is, if you see a lot of like the so-called flops, the people who don't do much, they don't get injured. They are always fit, or just a slight injury, and after 1 week they are back. But the people who are just so good, you wish they can play every single game, they get injured all the time. Look at Reece James or Ben Chilwell. So yeah, life is not fair. Life is not fair. That's the way it is, my friend. So I got your point. It's not like you are wishing anybody to get injured or something, but sometimes you just feel like, yeah, this guy, even if he's injured, we're not gonna miss him. That's the way I see it. You're not gonna miss him, but if the other guy is injured, we are dead. That's the way it is. That is the truth.
Mr. People Republic, I'm not gonna even blame. I'm not gonna even blame Sterling for missing that chance, because me and Sterling has been missing chances like that before, even from Man City days. One other thing I want to say is that Sterling thought, if I pass the same ball to Jackson, remember Jackson did the same miss numerous ago against Manchester United, him and goal post.
Yeah.
You understand? So why would I trust him to give him the same chance again? I was just angry. He should have given the ball to Kopama. But if you look at it, if he had passed the ball to Kopama is already on the offside.
Yeah, but
Kopama was already offside. Go check it again.
It's not by accident Man City sold the guy. If you think about it, why would Man City sell one of their so-called top players if they knew that this guy we cannot.
The problem we have here, I don't know if you were with me here last season or the season that we bought Raheem Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
I was against here. People hate, you know how many people that hate me or they just unsubscribe or blocked me or whatever because they didn't hear what they wanted to hear in that time. Back then it was all about, he got a big CV, he won this and that. And then when you try to bring his misses, like at Manchester City, if he was clinical, he was going to score, 1,000 goals. How many chances Manchester City create? But he will score 1 goal, everybody forget about it because it's Manchester City. So many other players are going to score. Aguero is going to score, and they're going to beat you like 5-0. Raheem Sterling will miss like 7 clear chances and score 1 type-in. And then he got the credit because you won the game at the end. When you win, the narrative changes the end of the game. But now that we don't have anybody to score and bail him out, you see what I was saying back then. Back then I said, bring Gabriel Jesus. We need him instead of Raheem Sterling. Oh no, why are you saying that? Well, you see it today. And of course, the next game, he's gonna be suspended against Crystal Palace, London Derby. He's not gonna be there. Cole Palmer also suspended for that game. Enzo Fernandez is sick. Moses Caicedo is sick. And Ugo Chukwu got a hamstring injury today. Lord have mercy. So what I'm saying is, the next game that Raheem Sterling plays, he might score a hat-trick. And everybody goes crazy. Oh, yes! You haters! You, the people who said this, even the people who are criticizing him today, if Raheem Sterling scored, they're going to change. They're going to pretend as if they never criticized him and say, calling on people, oh, I told you, I never gave up on him. Those are just liars on social media, man. So
that is true.
That guy, he is awful. He is awful. But he's going to have some moment of brilliance here and there, and everybody is like, yeah, Mason Mount out. So tell me really what Raheem Sterling is offering more than Christian Pulisic, for example.
Well, you see, victories. So when your team has a victory, okay, it covers up. So let's say your team has some bad tendencies in the games. So let's say the defenders aren't marking properly what it is and all that, and the other team is getting chances, creating chances, and maybe they're not scoring, and you win the game 1-0, 2-0, something like that. Victories will cover up for bad habits, bad things. But the moment you lose, that's when all these past bad tendencies get exposed. So they don't get exposed when you win because people just are blind witnesses. But some of us who keep a cool head, even in a victory, you can see, okay, we created 10,000 chances, we scored only 1 goal, we had a lucky win, but that covers up for the bad tendencies. Like Chelsea now, where we are here, we just neither here or there. We're just lucky that we other teams in the relegation zone, Nottingham Forest. But you look at teams like Luton, Sheffield, they're starting to play. They're starting to move up the table. So we better look down to make sure we distance ourselves.
We are the worst team in the Premier League in 2023. 19 losses. The worst team in the Premier League. And in Europe, we are like second or third worst team in 2023. That's how bad we've been. Let me just say hi to Mr. Arthur, Messi's brother, Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Don't drink and drive. Don't eat too much because you have to work tomorrow morning because your boss is horrible and he's gonna make you work on Christmas. And that's it. Are you still there or you just muted yourself? What are you doing? Arthur.
Oh.
Yeah. No, he's gone. So anybody that wanna talk, you can just jump, man.
To be honest here, sorry, Roger. To be honest here, let's go back to the drawing board.
What are we gonna do?
What
needs to be done?
Wait. We need to ask who is actually our director of sports for football.
There are so many of them. They are.
What is their job?
Well, their job.
Because to be honest, their job at this Chelsea is not helping Pochettino out. They're going to be scouting players that end of the season, before they even come and kick football for Chelsea, they'd already have like 5 months injury. You understand what I'm saying? You're not doing your assignment to look at, okay, this is the style of player that is going to fit a Pochettino style. You are not going as far and checking the guy's medical history. You see where I'm coming from? You can't have a son like what's this French player Fofana. You bought him for 70 million. How much? And how many games he has not even played up to 20 games for Chelsea? You can't buy a Lavia and he hasn't kicked the football.
Yeah, our recruitment.
No. Let me be refreshing you guys this thing.
Nkunku.
You can't buy Nkunku. He has only played 2 games for Chelsea. You can't buy what's that young boy that got injured against West Ham? Chukwuemeka, and he hasn't been fit for so long. You can't buy. You know this guy was even injured when they bought him to Chelsea. What's his name?
Even a Chilwell.
No, I'm not even talking about. All those ones are injury prone.
Aspilicueta.
No, not Aspilicueta. This winger we have. What's his name? Madweke. Noni Madweke. How many injuries has he had this season? 3 or 4.
But the problem also.
And he had 4 injuries and he has not even played up to 5 games for Chelsea.
Because
so our recruitment is bad. Mr. Host, our recruitment is bad. We have the worst recruitment ever. We are not going to. One thing I will give. We can say shit about Marina and
language, please, sir. Language.
Okay, sorry. We can say bad things about Marina and Emenelu. One thing about those people, they know their job. They know what fits the squad.
That's not true. How many dads have Chelsea bought in that period there? Come on, let's be honest.
No. Okay. Let's be honest. Emenelo scouted Kanté. Emenelo scouted Kevin De Bruyne.
And all that. Yeah,
Hazard, all the big players we had at Chelsea. Who brought them? Emenelo and Marina. We can say everything about them that they are shady, they are this, they are that, but they knew their job. If you want to get
it's not the same. It's not the same business model that we have.
One thing about Todd Bowley, I looked at Todd Bowley's interview of recent. He said, "I made a mistake because one, I don't know about football." But at least Todd Bowley has come out to admit his mistake that he doesn't know about football. That's why he's giving the job to
the people
our
who
director
know the
of
job.
football. Yeah, he gave the job to them. They should handle it. He's just going to handle he will handle the business part. And these people are not doing their job. Going to Brazil to go fetch for a 16-year-old player, a 17-year-old player. Is that what Chelsea needs?
Probably that's what we need now because we're not even
No.
using them. So we can't even blame them because they are not
Negative.
even used. So for me,
Negative.
probably those kids from Brazil were going to perform even better and give everything so they can get number one spot at Chelsea than those overrated, overpaid.
Why has Washington not play football?
That is his theory.
Alta, go. I was looking for you at some point. You were muted. What do you have to say? Are you
Well, before
cooking? Are
anything-
you on Christmas? What are you doing?
Right now, I am uncooking.
Yeah,
real
your
quick.
Your boss is gonna make you work tomorrow, right? Horrible boss.
That is true. That is true. I'm illegal. He's gonna make me work tomorrow. Minimum wage. Real quick, before anything, wherever you guys are, whether you guys are Catholic or not, happy holidays to everyone.
Merry Christmas.
May you guys all have healthy lives and a happy new year. Except Chelsea fans. I hope Chelsea fans realize that you guys aren't going anywhere with the team that you have. You guys can blame the owners. You guys can blame the coach. At the end of the day, it's all on the fans. It's all because of the fans. You guys are all toxic. You guys are all nostalgic Drogba fans. Chelsea's not going anywhere. Manchester United is not going anywhere. If anything, you guys are going to the Championship League. You guys are still living in the past. Let's just realize, let's be honest. Nowadays, the English Premier League, it's all about Arabic owners. You know what I mean? You guys are not going anywhere, especially Manchester United guys. Us, we sold ourselves to what's the old this old guy's name? We're not going anywhere at this point. Look at Newcastle. Yes, they didn't make it to the next round in Champions League or Europa, but guess what? They have better chances than us, especially Aston Villa. Chelsea, United guys like me, let's just accept reality. That's it, bro. That's it. So Victor, who's this other guy on the call? Azeza King. Brother, don't get mad, brother. We're gonna be forever now until we're dead. Thank you.
This guy is something else. All right, people.
He said, I can pick out something. At least he said something tangible. We have a bad owner who doesn't know nothing about football. We ain't going nowhere. I think he said something. Let's face the reality. Me, you as a Chelsea fan, and Mr. People Republic. Let's face the reality. We are not good enough.
Yes. And there's a process, but it doesn't mean that necessarily the owners are bad owners. Listen, a bad owner is a bad owner that will come and put the club in debt and take the money, steal the money and leave. At some point, I don't think that any owner, any billionaire is going to come to a club, spend money for the sake of it because he want to kill the club or he doesn't want to win. He knows that when he wins, the club is going to be more valuable and he's going to make more money by winning. I think they've been making the wrong decisions, and believe me, they are billionaires for a reason, because they made so many mistakes and they used all kind of loophole and legal and system until they got it right. So saying that they are bad owners for spending 1 billion on the team, it's not that way. They just spent money probably on not really the process. The process is not, you can't change everything all of a sudden. You change 25 players. All those who won the Champions League, nobody is there. The two that left is like Thiago Silva, Reece James is injured, Chile is injured, and then you think, okay, I'm gonna spend money and speed the process immediately. It doesn't happen that way. You change slowly and surely. Get rid of 3, bring 3, slowly and surely you start building while winning. But our process been so brutal, so much changes the same time, and it was going to be this way. And believe me, they are learning on this. They are hurting too. Their pocket is empty right now. So don't think that we are the only people who feel bad about this situation. The owners also are feeling very bad, but they are on it already. It's too late. They have now to find a way to fix it. So it's not gonna happen overnight. Let me read some comments here. You are 14, Mr. Football man said that he's 14, he wanna be a football player. Okay, yeah, you have to apply. Call Todd Bowley and he's gonna buy you for 100 million, brother. You are on it. Mr. Kenny 14 said that people have to realize Todd only owned 20% of Chelsea. The rest are owned by Clearlake Capital, which is Igbali and Co. Okay, so I don't know what you mean by that, but we know that Todd Bowley is like the guy that, you know, is in charge of football operation at Chelsea. But there are so many people. There are so many people like you and me who can have some money in Chelsea if you invest with Clearlake Capital, right? So it's at some point they're gonna need their money back. Therefore, they have to win in order to make the club more valuable, and then they're gonna start making money. So they are not that stupid. They are not bad owners. They just hire probably the wrong people who gave them the wrong advice, because what they are doing is working here in the US. Todd Bowley also on Lakers. He got some shares over there, and the Dodgers. And it's working for Dodgers, them, huh?
How much did Dodgers just spend on Otani, the Japanese baseball, and his friend?
Exactly. So they
world record.
So they try to use what they are using in baseball, which is necessarily not going to work in European football. So they are learning this. They're gonna master this probably next season. You look back and you say, I can see the vision. The vision is good. The process probably is, and I always tell people this process might take us to sack even more people. Pochettino out, such and such. You fix stuff, you know. You move object here and there, and then at some point it's gonna come together. It's not that bad what people want us to believe, but that is who we are right now. Let's just forget about Abramovich and such and such. They are not coming back. This is our level. We have just to accept it.
But the process. So basically, they come there. They've looked at the team, the culture of the team there, and they have not liked what they've seen. So they've seen that player power. These Chelsea players, they control the club. They control the dressing room. They hire and fire basically managers. And these guys have come along and says, you know what? It's my money. We decide here, not you. You players, shut up and dribble. And if it means we're going to fire the whole entire squad like they did, and we're going to implement our culture, our players, our style, our philosophy, even if it means 1 or 2 disastrous seasons, they don't care. Long term, they want to be in control of the club. They don't want this business, player power, what have you. So this is basically what they've done. And we, of course, we're a bit nostalgic. All our old stars and whatever, they're all now wherever they are, Saudi, Barcelona, where they've all gone all over the damn show. And yes, that's a team. So this is a new squad, and it's not as bad as he says. I know Aziz is very pessimistic, but I still see the drawings of a damn good team. But now I see they want to sell Gallagher. I think this would be a disaster. They sell Gallagher. This would be a total disaster. Why on earth would you want to sell your best player? The only player in that team that really, really fights, runs.
Yeah, some people would tell you he only runs. But we saw on the pitch, if you don't run, you don't win a freaking game of football. If you don't run, you don't have people who run, you don't win. You don't win a game of football with 10 Messis on the pitch. You put 10 Lionel Messi, they're going to lose every single game. There is a reason why you have only some, like 1 or 2 superstars who don't run. In football, you don't run, you don't win. And people just use that, oh, he doesn't have any skill, he doesn't do this and that. I would prefer him to run for me than have a bunch of lazy who are just waiting for the ball to come to them.
And I couldn't agree with you more. I think he's the one with the biggest heart, and it makes sense he's captain. But, you know, as you said, he's one. But what about the other ones? I mean, he's not Chelsea. It's not just Gallagher. There's other players in that team there who are a bit lazy. And but when we attack, we create chances. So we can't say we're that lazy. But defending and covering and whatever, it seems to be Gallagher is the one. Everything is onto him. So
Tackles, everything. And today he struggled also because he didn't have a partner that can even help. Today, pretty much everybody was so lazy. Ugo Chukwu was struggling with an injury. And then you will find people who will always find a way to blame Gallagher. Always. For some reason. But those are the same people who sold us last season that if we sell everybody, we sell Mount, and then our problem is fixed. All of a sudden, I even saw people celebrating like, oh my goodness, I can't believe we got rid of Mount, we got rid of bloody Kai Havertz, and we got Jackson, the best in the world. I'm like, the same people now are insulting Jackson and want him out, right? Oh, this is a steal, blah 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 blah. So you know, talk is cheap, okay? Talk is cheap in the Chelsea community. We try to hype everybody from another academy or from another country. We try to destroy our own kid, and then when the problem like this, we switch. I don't know what's going on with this fan bias, but it's difficult, man. So thank you everybody for stopping by. If you wanna call, you click on this link here on the screen. And then I'm here. It's Christmas. Everybody's celebrating. We're going to the countryside. Some people already went to the countryside tomorrow to have a lot of turkey, a lot of mashed potato and gravy. Everybody's gonna become fat tomorrow. I'm lucky that I don't drink, so I can stay safe and take people safely home, drive safely. So yeah, party here, people. So I'm
I have
here.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So just before about 15 minutes ago, you talked about all these illnesses, suspensions. I don't know. Somebody mentioned players. So this next game, do we even have enough players to make a team?
Yeah, that is a good question. We're gonna find a team. We're gonna play even the academy products. Ugo Chukwu is not gonna be there. Raheem Sterling not gonna be there. Cole Palmer is not gonna be there. But and that is gonna open the door to somebody like Noni Madueke to be on the pitch, because he hasn't started any game under Mauricio Pochettino. He doesn't like him since Tottenham Hotspur's days. He doesn't like him. This is becoming personal. And we might also see Jan Madsen probably start for the first time the game, and hopefully he can start from his best position where he feels more comfortable, and he can cause some damage. By far the best left back in the championship last season. Yeah, you can say championship, blah blah blah. But listen, our championship in England might be even stronger than the French league, and might even be stronger than the Bundesliga, where you have only Bayern Munich. They are so good, so strong, so physical. And look at the guy that Chelsea wanna buy now. His name is like Victor Gyökeres or whatever. He was last season in the championship, right? All of a sudden he went to Sporting Lisbon, and Chelsea wanna buy him for 100 million. So just because you were in the championship doesn't mean that you are a bad player. N'Golo Kante came from the second division in France. Yeah, Caen. car in the second division. He cost like 500, whatever. He didn't even cost 1 million. Less than 1 million. N'Golo Kante. He came the first year with Mahrez from the second division. The first year in the Premier League, they won the Premier League with Leicester City. So I think people who say, oh, just because you are from the championship, you are not good enough. Our championship might be even better than the Brazilian league. What are you talking about? Strong players over there. We have to expand our search. Championship, League 1, League 2. You might find germs over there. You might find a very, very good player. So yeah, we have a lot of injuries and a lot of suspension. But like I said, Jackson for sure is gonna be there because he need to be there. Broja need to be there. So Pochettino is gonna try to find a way to get 11 players and get a lot of academy products. That we're gonna find 11 players to play. And I even like that. I just want to see what different profile I can do to Chelsea. At least you're going to get something from Madweke, who want to prove people wrong. You're going to get something from Matson, or even Alex Matos or somebody from the academy. The kid are ready, man. Okay, or just use Washington or something. Because what do you have to lose? Because the so-called best 11 always loses games. So what do you have to lose more than that? We have to play best 11. And I am sick and tired of people who are saying that. What is Chelsea best 11? On paper, of course. How can you call Jackson and freaking Raheem Sterling in the study best 11 of Chelsea? What best mean for you? Best 11 is the 11 that will win you a game, or at least will fight until the end. Not those bunch of losers, overpaid losers on the pitch.
But sometimes in life it's like this. It's like, let's say you've been in the same job for 10, 12 years, what have you, and you really don't really like it, but it pays the bills, but you're not really happy.
Hello? I'm on mute. Hello? Sorry. Somebody can't hear me. Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Mr. Nam, you are on mute. Hello? Anybody? Is anybody there? Can you hear me? Sound. Hello? I don't know.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear me from another. You don't. I'm asking for people from YouTube, not people from the StreamYard. StreamYard is another completely different program. I can hear you, but sometimes people can't hear us.
I can hear you. I got you on TV. I can hear you.
Yeah. So somebody said that they can't hear me. We hear you. Okay.
All
right.
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah, probably your problem, Mr. Nam. It's not my problem because other people can hear me.
My point was, you in that job, you're basically stuck, and you mentally you just can't be bothered to quit your job and try a new job. But circumstances. So let's say the company's gone broke, or maybe you get fired, and you're forced to leave that job, and then you find a new job, and then suddenly this new job you're thriving, and then you'll ask yourself, once you're there, first year, why on earth didn't I make this change a long time ago? And it's the same situation with Chelsea here. So all these players are kaput or suspended, whatever, and his hand has been forced. He's been forced to go to plan B. And you never know. This plan B may have a different feel. It will be different team, play different, maybe fight more. It's a bit like what we saw in the pre-season. So this could be something which Pochettino probably would never have dreamt of doing, making such a big change.
I think he is forced to use that plan B or plan C. He's forced. Like it's not like the plan B or C is made on purpose. It's just like he doesn't have any choice. But probably let's hope that is the people that will bail him out of the jail because the players that he trusts are just betraying him. So probably the players that he hates are the players that will save his job.
Yeah.
Olamide, let's go.
Yes, bro. Good day. It's been a long time. Hope everything is fine. But
Merry
to me, I'm not
Christmas to you.
fine.
How can everything be fine with this team? Are you kidding me or something? They're just ruining people's days and stuff.
Yeah. To me, the problem is that it's not only the player. I think the coach don't know what he's doing. What he's doing exactly. Serious, because
it's a combo. I hear you. I don't blame only the coach, but I blame also the players, because Sterling scored that goal. Jackson scored that goal. 1-0, 2-0. My brother, the narrative was going to be different by now. Even if we played badly, even if people played out of position, you hate him, but the end of the day, you are like, but we won the end of the day. So that is the most important, but when you don't win, it makes everything just worse, right?
bro, you know the reason why I said he don't know what he's doing is that you see, as a business person, you or like, let me say, as a leader or someone who is okay, this is what you need, and you see that the thing is not fitting for your work, why don't you change it and look for another one which will work perfect for you? Must it be this same set of players every time? When you check the starting lineup, I see this lineup as a trash. I noticed something about Poch is that every time you won a match, when you are checking the next match, you see a different lineup. You don't know how to keep a winning team.
But the problem is he been also forced to do something. For example, the last game, Enzo Fernandez got diarrhea in the middle of the game. What do you expect?
Okay.
What do you expect about the manager to do? He changed him. And today, this morning, Caicedo is sick. Stomach, whatever, fever.
Mr. Host.
Let me answer. Let me finish before you answer. Because I will forget. So some of the changes that he's making is just forced. Reece James, you are on the pitch. You are the captain. Boom. Couple games, you are in the hospital for 4 months. The plan changed one more time. Ben Chilwell, when was the last time he was on the pitch? So not only necessarily that he's not keeping everybody on the pitch, he can't like fit the winning team on the pitch, but the circumstances not allowing him to do so. Yeah.
Okay, please. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me chime into what Mr. Lamide said just now. He's right. You know why? Pochettino has been playing players out of position. You want to tell me Maxson will not do what Colwill is doing at a left back? With that natural position?
He would do it better.
You want to tell me Malo Gusto? Okay, Reece James was injured. Even the times that Malo Gusto was fit, you were playing Disasi in a position he's not used to.
Yeah.
We almost got crashed out against Newcastle until he brought in Maxson and Malo Gusto. First, he put Malo Gusto to be playing left. When you see he wasn't really penetrating well, he brought in Maxson to play left wing and Malo Gusto to go back to his right position. These are things, Mr. O's, these are things you don't need to be the world best coach to do.
Yeah.
Why would you be playing Enzo Fernandez as a number 10? When me and you know his natural position is a number 8.
Yeah.
Why don't you move Conor Gallagher to a number 10? Let Enzo. He did that against, when we started winning. He was doing it when we won against Burnley, all those games. Conor Gallagher was playing behind the striker.
Yeah.
Playing as the number 10. After we started winning, he changed the position. He changed he changed Enzo Fernandez to play number 10. Me and you know Enzo Fernandez cannot play number 10. You have a player that's rescued you in the week 2 days ago. His confidence is high. Why didn't you use him? You have a world class.
You're talking about
yes, that rescued him against you. Players feed on confidence. Players feed on goals. Players feed on goals. You have a player that just scored. His confidence is high. You want to tell me he's not going to be causing problem for the opposition? Why is it that every time Sterling has to play? Why is it that Jackson has to play every fucking time? Why is it that all these players have to play? You can't switch it. I said, like one time, I said the only way you can beat a low block team, go back to a 4-4-2, whereby Stanley can play behind the striker. He could have done that today.
Yeah, I got your point.
You could have. We did that against Sheffield United when we're not creating anything. If you notice, second half we went to a 4-4-2. This guy went to his position. What's his name? The one from Man City. He went to his position. Sterling played behind Jackson, and that's how we were able to create chances. For Christ's sake, football is not mathematics. Football is about you know what to do.
Common sense sometimes.
It's common sense. Common sense is, to be honest, this coach is a bad coach.
Yeah,
I wanted him to succeed. I swear, I was one of the people that vouched for him, that I wanted this coach to succeed. This coach is dumb, and they used to say when a leader is dull, it's going to affect the team. Why wouldn't Jackson be missing chances? Why wouldn't Jackson be having second chances, thought of what to do? You can't yell at him. You can't tell him this is what you're meant to do.
Exactly.
You want to tell me Jackson will try all those shit with Mourinho? He will sit in bed for 5 games. I'll give you another example. Mikel Obi from my country. Mikel Obi, when he first came to Chelsea, he was already collecting red cards. What did Mourinho do to him? For 3 months, he was in the feeders team.
Yeah, the problem we have today is that Pochettino also don't have his hand free. The hands are tied. He came and he took over a team that he didn't even want by one player. It's just you accept our conditions. This is the direction that the team is taking, and you walk with these players. Back in the Mourinho days, he had a blank check. If you are not performing, he's gonna replace you, and it's not gonna cost him anything because no financial fair play, and you have a billionaire who wanna spend, who wanna win at any cost. So he can afford to call you all kind of names, bench you, discipline you, and then you're gonna perform tomorrow because you know somebody is in the door. Today, the reality that we are living in today's generation with the plan from the new owner, it is completely different. You can't be that harsh toward players because they represent money. Abramovich, 1 million or whatever, a billion doesn't mean anything to him. That is a pocket money. The new owners, you have to be careful because they are protecting also their asset. They want you to work with what they got. And one of the reasons why they didn't want to work with Thomas Tuchel is they didn't have the same vision. Their vision was, we bring you a bunch of players, a bunch of kids from all over the world, you develop them and you start winning. For Thomas Tuchel, it was, no, I want to win now. I'm a winner. I don't have time to deal with a bunch of kids with bad attitude. I'm gonna go on the market, buy my own players and win you games. So yes, I understand the reference to John Obi Mikel and Drogba. Mourinho is gonna call him names. You are very bad. You are the worst striker I've never seen. And the next game, Drogba is gonna score a hat trick. That time is already gone. People, we have to wake up and understand the time that we are living today. You tell a player that way, you lose him. It's over. You kill him even more. They are mentally and physically weak because they don't fight outside. They're just fighting inside their room with their little video games the entire freaking day. They never fight. You know, back in the day, me at school, fighting every single day, bro. You go to the park, you fight. It's a fight. You're fighting for your survival. Today, the kids don't go even to the park anymore. They play video games. Okay? They create friends online. They don't see friends physically anymore. So we have to be careful on that. Olamide, you wanted to say something, bro?
Brother, what you're saying, I'm not in support of that.
Okay.
That is why as a team you have a 24 man to select. If one is not doing good, choose the one which is ready.
But the problem is Pochettino
against Newcastle.
He got like 11 injured. Every single game.
But this match against Wolves, I don't see the reason why he should start Nicholas Jackson and Broja ahead of someone. You have Nkuku, you have Mikhailo Mudryk. You have those players there on the bench, and you wait till you concede goal. Now you are bringing them to come and perform miracles for you.
I got you. That is a very good point. I made even videos a few days ago talking about being proactive and not being reactive. We are always reactive. He wait and wait and wait until we concede a goal. We're struggling, and then he start panicking.
That is why I say he didn't know what he's doing exactly.
Stupid changes. But in the other hand, if you look at it, before even he panicked, we created chances. That's the problem. That's where I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, because we created and we didn't score, and that is the beginning of the collapse, the lack of people who can score.
I think Poche is not the right man for the job. Serious. To me, I'm not the one to decide, but to me, I don't know what he's doing exactly, because against Newcastle, when you brought these guys in, you can see the pressure. How they really wanted to win to equalize the game and this thing. So when they did that and we survived that match, why can't it? Okay, you guys are the ones who saved for. Let's start with the good guys. If they didn't perform, then you change them for the second half. Now those guys who saved your heart the other time, they are the one now you have to put to bed to come and do the same thing again. If you were the one who you did something good to someone and the person doesn't let you feel appreciated, or you are not appreciated with what you did, will you be able to continue doing them? See, that's what the man is doing, is killing those guys their confidence. It's killing their confidence, because they came to save your house in the last match, but the next game you still put them on the bench. But then when you are in trouble, you bring them. Why? Yes.
It's a good point, but like I said, we're talking about this now because of the defeat. I still remember a few times when what's his name again? Mikhailo Mudryk started. He's not that good. It looks like he always good when he comes off the bench. I don't know if even the coach already noticed it, and he's like, okay, you are my go-to when something is not doing good. I still remember what game again against Everton. He was just like a trampoline. Every time he starts, I don't think he starts the game like very good. Always when he comes off the bench, he's angry. He's ready to do it. He just didn't do it.
He comes off the bench. He comes. Let me explain. Let me break down this Chelsea team for you, so that you guys will understand. What came from Ukraine. You all know his style of game: one-touch football, run, beat the player. At Chelsea, when he came to Chelsea, these players don't even do the one-touch football like push and run. You understand what I'm saying? They don't do that. They hold the ball. When other players have opened, they don't see who to pass to. They'll pass sideways or backways. That is, I wish I've noticed a lot at this Chelsea. Secondly, Mr. Lamide talked about this player saved you. You guys are talking about, Modric is confident. At least he scored a goal. Why don't you give him a trial? You have a player you bought for 150 million or 100 million. He's sitting on the bench. For Christ's sake, when Broja is not doing shit, when Jackson is dumb as a player, he's not doing shit. I will go to a Yimba in my country and pick better players than Jackson. These players have failed you, Mr. Host. If these players have failed you, why are you using them? Why are you forcing something that is not working?
Yeah.
You want to tell me that our academy, we can't bring out a striker there?
We have so many of them. Even Washington, even the young Washington, I think he been killed.
Mr. Host, let me land, please. Let me land because I'm so angry. Like I wish I was there. I could have slapped Jackson, and I don't mind going to jail for that. I swear that I'll give everybody a slap. These players don't have no fight in them. The only thing that idiot knows how to do is to be following on Instagram and be chasing that girl all about. Idiot, stupid player, bomb fool.
I think he's gonna improve. I still believe in Jackson.
Let me tell you something. We should go bring that boy from the other striker we loaned out. What's his name? Either we bring back Lukaku
Fofana.
or Fofana. They will do better than Jackson. You want to tell me Lukaku won't do better than Jackson?
No, Lukaku is way better than Jackson.
No. You want to tell me Lukaku won't bury those chances? At least right now, Lukaku will have like 10 goals.
Yeah, like I said, Lukaku, I never criticized Lukaku in terms of football, in terms of his life and his
you want to know why Lukaku failed? Let me explain why Lukaku failed under Tuchel. You want to know why Lukaku failed under Tuchel? Because of the kind of players we have at Chelsea that time. We had the Jorginho, Kovacic. They were sideways passes. Times Lukaku is free. They won't pass to him.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
So many issues that
this team is rotten. Pochettino is rotten as a coach. You want to tell me you can't change the formation? If it's not working for you, you want to tell me you can't change the formation? Pochettino did use a 4-4-2 against a low block team, and it worked. You want to tell me you can't go back? Okay, let's scrap this 4-3-2-1. You want to tell me you can't play a 2 attackers forward and 2 wingers? So we can have 2 options. You want to tell me we can't do that?
Yes, we can. It just we don't want to do it.
Because if you play a 4-4-2, let me explain the advantage of playing a 4-4-2. A 4-4-2 gives players like Jackson that they are lacking in confidence. Defenders will be worried about the other striker. Why is Nkuku? Why was he on the bench today? Why was Nkuku not starting? Why was Romeo Lavia not starting today? When you complaining, you don't have players. What? And this player, you bought him for 50 million. He has been fit. You want to tell me you can't use him?
Well, it is what it is.
Why are Martin not playing in his position when all these players saved you 3 days ago?
Very, very good questions. Mr. People's Republic, are you sleeping or are you just waiting for us to give you permission?
I'm just listening.
No?
I'm listening to the sermon.
Listening to what?
I was listening to the sermon.
Olamide, you are putting a lot of noise. What's going on? Are you fighting with somebody? Are you drunk or something?
No, not
it's
really.
Christmas. What do you do? We can hear all the noise. I don't know if you're fighting with somebody.
Oh, no. I'm alone here.
Oh man, we don't know what to do and where to go. So Olamide, before this game, we had 11 injuries. I put it on the screen if you are watching on YouTube. And and after this game, we lost Ugo Chukwu again, hamstring. That is gonna be like a month or 2 months already out. Raheem Sterling is not gonna be there because of yellow card accumulations. And also Cole Palmer not gonna be there against Crystal Palace at home, and they have somebody called Michael Olise, who is in form right now. I'm not confident about the game at Stamford Bridge. When it's gonna be again? Tuesday, on Boxing Day or whatever. I don't even care. I don't want to know even what time it's gonna be, because I know what to expect. Right?
But hang on. Dr. Aziz there said something very interesting. I think I like what he said there. Now, you were saying maybe it's time to go back to Chelsea Classic. So in other words, where we don't play on the front foot, where we don't want the ball, we just leave the ball for the opponents. You guys, the ball here is the ball. We just park the bus and wait and just counter-attack, because this other business here is just not working. Just something completely different. I don't know. I think he has a point there, because this new style we have here, what is it bringing? Might as well play Thomas Tuchel football. They're boring. Park the bus and just hope for the best. I don't know. I think he's got a point. I think.
What is the point? Because that could be a point if we are just conceding goals and we don't, you know. I don't think the problem is in the defense. The problem is not like parking the bus and getting a point just because we are so poor. It looks like we are not that poor, because every matrix, every stat, we are leading over there. It's just lacking a goal. So I don't get it. I just don't get it what you're trying to say there. Why should we go back to a boring football, park the bus? What that is going to help?
It's not about going to boring football and park the bus. We can play a rigid kind of football.
But whatever football,
you can play a rigid kind of football whereby you can tweak the formation, whereby it's going to be two attackers forward.
But at some point, Jackson played with Broja for 2 games now. They are not scoring.
No. Jackson played on the wing.
I understand.
Jackson
they were switching.
played on the wing today.
If you look at it closely, they were switching.
Mr. Oz, they didn't switch today. I swear to Almighty God, I rewatched that game just to pause, just to criticize Jackson. Jackson played on the wing today. Broja, it was against Newcastle. They were switching again. It was against Newcastle. They were switching. Jackson played on the wing and Broja played up front. Why don't you go there to support him? And Stanley should come in the middle. For Christ's sake.
Brother.
You can. You know what's so funny, Mr. Oz? Mr. Oz, you are giving these players, you are giving them a pass. You could have gone to a 4-3-1-2. For Christ's sake, you could have gone to a 4-3-1-2.
So hear me out. I agree with you,
brother.
But the problem
what you said.
Go. Let me do.
What you said is cool, bro. But I want you to understand something. No matter what formation you can select without a proper selection, proper idea of the winning mentality. There is nothing. You can park the bus, but once you get your chances and you can't utilize it. So what is your purpose of?
No. You want to know why? Okay. Let's break down Pochettino's problem from day one. He has started playing players out of position. That was not the same formation he used at pre-season. That was not the same style of football we're playing at pre-season. We're playing a counter-attacking style of football at pre-season, whereby we had each players in their position. We had a right back, we had a left back. You want to what's this guy's name? Martin can play as a left back. Let me even bust your bubble. This against Crystal Palace, he's going to use Malo Gusto as a left back, and this guy to go play, Disaster to go play right back. Just watch him. I'm telling you, this is what Pochettino.
The problem is there is context behind some. Listen, I'm not.
What context, Mr. Oates? I'm Martin injured. You want to tell me we have 3 left backs and you can't use one of them? Remember one time we were complaining that he had 3 left backs and he wasn't using any of them.
Yeah, I remember that. But for the last few games, I've been saying like Malo Gusto is coming from an injury. And for Jan Madsen, you are absolutely right. I'm the first one to make videos and criticize him why he's not using Jan Madsen. But for other positions, from the right-hand side, now that Kukurea is injured for 4 months, and then you have Malo Gusto, who is coming from another big injury. You're afraid of him getting injured, so you have to bring him slowly and surely to the team. So certain things I can understand why he did it, but in other positions like Noni Madueke, yes, I know Noni Madueke been injured often, but even when he's fit, he been always on the bench. Always on the bench. Like he got injured before even getting in the real match. He's already injured in training. When he's fit, he's not on the pitch. So I can understand those positions, but some other decisions that he made, I kind of understand why. So I don't want to just go on him and just highlight certain names and forget the whole picture.
Brother, I'm sorry I'm crossing you. I'm stopping you from talking.
No,
I always say,
talking for 2 hours. Go.
I always tell you something about this team. Where once you have Sterling as like a senior player in your team, like player that the other players look up to him, you always have this kind of result. I told you the other day, was it a Manchester City match? I think I told you that if we are to get a point from this match, I think Sterling has to start from bench. But that they did pretty good, so everybody keep quiet about that. We have been always saying about go and check very well. Any match that Chelsea miss a lot of chances, start from Sterling. Any matches Chelsea miss a lot of chances and we head up losing the match. Go and check. It starts from Sterling. The first attempt he will get it. The second one he will be the one. So what do you expect from the younger ones? Raheem Sterling being in that team, I think he need to be started. You need to sit down a little bit.
Let me challenge you on that statement.
Yeah, go.
True. So it's true what he's saying about Sterling is the king of missing, along with Jackson's brother Jackson. But in the same breath, the only player that actually creates any chances for himself and other players is Sterling. When Sterling is not on form, Chelsea doesn't create any chances. Am I lying with that statement?
Yeah, about that, you see, let me tell you one thing. One thing about me is that you can't do me one favor and to be hurting me 10 times.
Yeah.
You understand? Sterling is that kind of player which on a good day they will do like is the coming back of Jesus Christ. You understand me? But more of the matches, like it will help you today. Like it's like devil giving you something that he will give you a piece of chicken laps and collect a full cow from you. That is how Sterling have been playing so far since I knew Sterling. It will help today. It will shine today. Do all the best thing. Everybody will say, "Oh, Sterling is the one do this is the one." But check after that time or late before that time, what has he been doing? To me, Sterling need to sit down from bench and realize that he's not the kind of player that needs to be starting the game.
And then when you put Mikhailo Modric, when he starts games, he doesn't do that good. When he comes off the bench, he's still a very raw talent, can improve, but as you can tell, it's difficult like to pinpoint one person and one person only.
Yeah.
You can
Brother,
go
brother.
to the midfield and you blame them.
I
for
understand
the
about Mikhailo Modric. I think the coach are doing. You see, as a coach, the team wants you to see what this player have and what they can bring, what best you can bring out of them. If a player, okay, this is how this player used to play, you should know how to use the player.
Okay.
Modric is the kind of player which, like, one tap, he push the ball like this, then maybe another player, his player just tap the ball for him to move on. But when Modric, you see Modric will push ball before you see the ball is with opponent already, because there is no teammate of his close to him. You understand? That is why he will not perform well. But me, I think when Modric play with the right system, I think Modric will perform better.
And also when he
I
plays
think
with
Modric.
a proper fullback is gonna help him from the left hand side often. When he
Exactly.
plays with Levi
Cucurella.
or Cucurella doesn't want to even pass him the ball. Levi Colwill, that is not his job. He's learning every single day, because that is not his position. He's horrible on crossing the ball. He's not really going to contribute too much in the final third. But our genius manager is thinking that, I don't know what it is with those managers that they think that they have to prove people wrong. They have to do certain things that will frustrate people just to prove people wrong. You can only do that when you are Prime Mourinho or you are Pep Guardiola, because Pep Guardiola is the king of doing that. But he already earned that. He already been with the team for 7 years. He can afford to put John Stones in the midfield because he's been working with him. He knows already the pattern, everything Guardiola is demanding. So you don't just impose yourself with a brand new team and try to just force people out of position. Horrible system, and then expect them to perform. You are not Guardiola. You don't earn that yet. That's what people always confuse. Oh, look at Ake is playing from this position and doing good, and look at that. That is different. That is a different team. That got a court of players that been together for 8 years. All they do is get rid of a couple of players, bring new one, and the new one are gonna just fit to the system that exists already there for years. But you just can't improvise 25 players and then expect them to click together all of a sudden. And you're making it worse by changing, twisting positions. It is what it is. So we can talk about this guy for 2 days now. We're gonna wait. What do you think, guys? If we lose on Wednesday or Tuesday, I don't know when we're playing. Tuesday is the Boxing Day. I don't even care. I don't even want to know when we're gonna play again. Let me just pull it on the screen and show you. Do you think that if he will lose against Crystal Palace it's gonna be at Stamford Bridge, right? So, do you think that he can survive? You think that Todd Bowley is gonna accept to give him more time, or you think it's gonna be the end of?
They have no choice because they don't have any replacements lined up. So
there are always people out there. They're gonna bring Frank Lampard or bring Gus Hiddink.
Even Graham Potter.
Yeah, they're gonna bring Graham Potter for interim manager.
Yeah, but the Man United want him. They'll probably steal him before Chelsea will. But no, this is the kind of Mickey Mouse Dr. Jekyll and Hyde Pochettino is doing. So you'll have a bad result like this, then you'll come back with a good one, then two bad ones, and then a good one, and so it's like. It's comme ci, comme ça. It's neither here or there. It's like, it's very, very unstable. And then you see he's now in his press conferences, the boys gave it everything and all that nonsense. It's like, okay, you've come to that stage. The boys gave it all. It means you're reaching the end. When you start coming out that's nonsense. Instead of holding your players responsible, saying this is not good enough, I expect more, and blah blah blah. But if you like now defending them that way, that means you're running out of ideas, you run out of options, and your time is limited. You are now feeling the pressure of your bosses or whoever it is breathing down your neck, and I still think I'm not a big fan of firing coaches in the middle of the season, but if you just lost, like, let's say you guys, you all love, I told you about Eddie Howe, for example. You guys said, no, Eddie Howe is the next best thing since sliced bread. That guy is an average manager. He is not a good manager. No, he's a good manager. Look at him. Newcastle, where are they now? They're struggling, losing game after game after game.
Context.
No context. I don't care about the injuries. Everybody has injuries. And, you good manager, Newcastle is an excellent squad. So, I know he's been exposed. People have found the formula of how to beat Newcastle, and the same thing, people found the formula of how to beat Chelsea. The question is, how do you come back from that? Where is your plan B, C, D, whatever? Or you just a one-trick pony, and you only know one thing, and that's it. And a good manager comes up with ideas, solutions. Your Klopps and your Pepsis and those kind of people, they expect more. Look at those Liverpool players. I mean, you can't tell me the Liverpool squad, the first starting 11 is much better than Chelsea. No, they're probably the same level, but look how hard they work, look how hard they backtrack. There's only probably one weak link in Liverpool's team, and that is right back, Alexander. Otherwise, the other ones are just workmen, just work. And maybe they don't have the top skill, but they work so damn hard. They run, backtrack. I don't see that from any of the Chelsea players, maybe apart from Gallagher. The rest are just, Gallagher will do the running. We just watch him, and he gets all the yellow cards, red cards, and we blame him. But he's fighting. He has his heart on his sleeve. If we lose him, then what? Where's the dog left in that team? There's no more dog left in that team. They're all just average. No fighters. We're missing some more. We need 1 or 2 more dogs, of people who want to die for the team.
But the same people, when Mason Mount was in the team, he only runs. He was the problem. He's out now. You want more dogs, because people still think, and even there are people who still think online that Gallagher is the worst thing that never happened to Chelsea because he doesn't dribble, he doesn't do this and that. So Chelsea, it's going to take us probably 20 more years to kind of understand the reality of life, because we were so used under Abramovich to quick fix, shortcut, do this, you are out, you are in. We had all the money in the world, we could afford anybody, everything was just free and easy, and now the financial fair play looking after you. The Premier League, UEFA, FIFA, everybody wanna find something against you, and then everybody got money at the moment. You have just to be smart. You can buy whatever you want, and if they don't work in your system, you are big losers. So many things has changed to the point where people are still living in the past of, okay, we are Chelsea, we used to be this, everything we used to be fine. Get over it. It's finito. It's done. It's not gonna come back anymore. This is the reality. Now, even if you have money.
Can I give a good analogy from what you're saying there? So back in the old days, I'm exposing my age here. Back in the old days, when I was back in Africa, if you wanted something quality, something which was good, which was made in England, everything was made in England. This car made in England, knives made in England, shirt, everything was made in England, and nobody else made that stuff. And then suddenly the rest of the world woke up, caught up, and started making the same things, not only better, a lot cheaper, a lot faster, and suddenly it was made in Hong Kong, made in China, made in Bangladesh, whatever, and all these other countries. And what happened to made in England? All the production, everything died. Yeah, they have no more production left there. And you have, like now, obviously the top quality is made in Germany, made in France. But so these guys, they had to renovate, they had to use start using new technology, new ways of making things in order to stay competitive, in order to stay on top of the game. And Chelsea, maybe we also have to wake up a little bit here, and we can't just keep. If we have the attitude of Dr. Aziz here, but it's look at our history, look at our heritage, we deserve to be there, whatever. As I said to him, history means nothing. You can't use that for the current context. Half of those players wanted to be on board when Mourinho was in charge, you know.
And even Mourinho, if you watch his podcast with John Obi Mikel, he just said how it is difficult to deal with the kids today. He said it. Even him can't get the same result he was getting from John Obi Mikel. John Obi Mikel was mostly on the bench, but when he's there on the pitch, very good attitude, get the job done, get 3 points. That's it. That's your job there. You are part of the team.
I want to ask you a question, sir. No. You said something. I want to ask you a question. So how is it easy for Pep Guardiola to get into this player's heads? Why is it easy for Klopp to get into this player's head? Why is it easy for Arteta to get into this kid's head?
Okay, so let me answer. That is a
what's
question.
The difference between that?
Excellent question.
And let me answer, and then the public is going to answer. For me, the way I see it is you earned that over the years. Let's start by Arteta. He found Ozil there, who was troublemaker, bad attitude, whatever. You are on the bench, you're not playing. Until they cancelled his contract, he left on free. Aubameyang, you wanna be Mr. Bling Bling. Always late in training and meetings. You are out, you are not our captain anymore. Finito, bye-bye, cancelled contract, gone. You go, Koscielny also, he wanted to meet a French guy, World Cup, blah, 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 bam. You are out the door. Got rid of people he couldn't control. And then brought a bunch of kid and quality players who can have a good attitude and listen. And then you see slowly and surely he's imposing himself as he's the boss. You go to Klopp. When he came over there, it was Mamadou Sakho. Remember him? It was people like Christian Benteke. Okay? You go Andy Carroll. Look at the team that he in. Balotelli, even Balotelli was still at Liverpool back then. He got rid of them slowly and surely. First season, awful. Finished 8th. Lost the final of the Europa League. Second season, awful. 8th. After 5-6 years, slowly and surely, bringing the quality that they want. Also attitude. Check on their background. You are in the team. If you go to Klopp, Aguero was, I'm Queen Aguero, I score 1,000 goals every single season. You don't have to teach me what to do. The first season, on the bench. I don't care who you are, you sit on the bench. Attitude. Aguero never played a lot of games under Pep Guardiola. It was like fight after fight after fight until you got to him. Like people will ask, you are losing games, but Aguero is on the... No, he would prefer to play freaking Zinchenko as a number 9 than Aguero. He got rid of people like Gael Clichy, Samuel Nasri, all of them. Get out. I got my own players. So that is a process. That is what I'm saying. So to get in that point of look at Pep Guardiola, look at Arteta, you have also to look at the process for them to come to that point.
Okay, Mr. Host. Okay, you said your own.
I have to answer you, Aziz.
Pochettino has even made a statement on these players that are not performing well. They are not performing well. Sit in the fucking bench. Have you ever done that? All he does is pamper them.
I was about to go there before you didn't give a chance to answer. So what Dr. Oak said was a fantastic answer. So basically, if you've been attacked by a pack of dogs, okay, you have no chance when you have 7 or 8 dogs attacking you. But if you find the leader of the pack, the biggest, baddest dog, and you beat the holy crap out of that dog, all the other ones will fall into place, basically. And so with Klopp, he comes there, or Pep's comes there. They have a clear strategy, clear philosophy. We want this kind of football. Klopp, what is the first thing Pepsi did? He sold the goalkeeper. He got rid of the goalkeeper. He brought in this goalkeeper.
Joe Hart was sold, and he brought somebody called Bravo.
But he wasn't good enough for the philosophy.
He was just like a tin tin. He was like a carton.
Yes. Yes, and he got rid of him, and he brought in a friend with the tattoos in the neck. I don't know his name. That Brazilian guy there, Edison. And because he had a clear philosophy, we want to play from the back. I don't care, even the first 2 seasons doesn't go well, whatever. We're going to play this system. We're going to stick to this. I won't change. I'm going to find players with high IQ which suit my philosophy, the ones which will actually listen to what I tell them. They will fight tooth and nail for this. And you're going to find players who are not maybe big stars from the Spanish league or wherever the hell they found them. And the same with Klopp. Klopp went and weeded out all these. Who was the guy from the Liverpool, that striker? The guy who was always injured. That striker.
Andy Carroll? Are you talking about
Sturridge. Now Sturridge, he was basically a part of that rotten culture they had in Liverpool there. That loser mentality. That my finger hurts, I'm not playing. You know, that kind of negative energy, whatever. He got rid of all that kind of player, and he brought in.
Was in goal. Mignolet.
That's right, Mignolet. Oh, you have good memory. And so he got rid of all those Brendan Rodgers, good character, whatever, and all that, and he brought in his type of player, these fighters, these kind of dogs, these marathon runners, which maybe their skill level maybe it's not that high, but the energy, the intensity, and of course the discipline to listen to attitude. Yeah, and of course he was very, very lucky to get Salah. That goes without saying. And he obviously is also a very good man in management. So, but where they understand
how hard it is to get something. So they work hard.
But Aziz asked a very, very, very nice question there, just the follow-up question. So where has Pochettino established his authority? Where has Pochettino made an example of one or two players said, you know what, you're not pulling your weight here, you're not bench, or you go to the practice squad or go to Strasbourg, whatever it is. Yes, he did them pre-season, but these are all unknown players. But like, let's just say big dog like Disasi or Badiashil or whoever, or even for all I know, we've got players like, I know people can hate me for saying this, but that Argentinian guy there, the one I don't know the reason why you bought Enzo. I don't know. I don't see what Enzo does. I really don't see the value of him. He does nothing. That guy.
So far, you have to put so far because you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Yeah.
He's had a long. What do you call this? Not engagement. What do you call this? Honeymoon. He's had a very, very long honeymoon. I still don't see anything he's doing there. And maybe somebody like him, you establish your example by benching him, by making an example. Say here, 100 million player, 120 million player. I've benched him because he's not pulling his weight. You, my friend, whoever it is, the other players look. If the big star can be benched and be made an example of, I better start pulling my weight because before I know it, I'll be playing somewhere in Portugal or maybe where else to go, the championship or something. They will sell me or loan me out and make it a little bit uncomfortable. Make these guys work, not just this easy London life, nightclub. Okay, no. This is basically something like that has to happen. But maybe he's a bit soft. He's a players coach. He likes his players. He's maybe a bit too close to them. And you need to distance yourself as a manager. Maybe you have to have some little bit of distance from your players, not be so close to them, and so they know, okay, this is the boss. He's calling the shots here. If we don't pull your weight, you're out of here.
You know what, Mr. Old, sorry to cut you off. Remember when we lost 4-1 to Newcastle? Pochettino used his mouth to say, I promise, these players, there's no resting day for them. They're all going to train. Tell me this coach, the second day, gave all of them free holiday.
Potter, which one?
Pochettino.
Mr. Aziz, you see, to me, Chelsea, every time I'm tired of watching the training ground video or whatever these days, because what they are doing in the training, I don't see it on the pitch. It's like, okay, maybe a bunch of like rich men coming to gather together, have some drinks and go to their house. That is what I think they are doing, because you can't tell me you train. You practice all your weakness. Then you come to real match, but you won't be able to do anything. They only score goals in training, but they don't score in real match. So what is the coach doing?
Well, they stop penalty, Pinanka.
I don't understand them.
Like I'm gonna say it again. Players feed on their manager's energy. If the manager's energy is gone, no matter how good you are, you won't be able to motivate this team. If Messi comes to this team, I'm telling you, they're going to make Messi become an average player.
Exactly. I said it to one of the guys when I went to watch a football today. I said, no matter how good you are as a player, if your team is not good, you are not good as well.
Because we don't have fighters in this team that can yell at these players that, come on, why are you playing? Come on, give me 5 minutes, come back to defense. Give me 10 minutes, come back to defense, and you attack again. Let me explain. Let's go back to the game. I'm still going to be referencing that useless Jackson. Let me go back to this. There was a one-on-one that gave Jackson.
That he was trying to dribble.
They collected the ball from him and they did the counter.
The worst part of it, he don't know how to dribble, but he always wanted to.
Yeah.
The same thing as a Sterling, father of 7.
With big bum.
Every time he wanted to dribble, but you never dribble just even one person. Even an attacker, Sterling never dribble an attacker.
You know what's so funny?
Then you always want to dribble.
I have to call him that, come help us in the back. You already lost the ball and he gave up.
Even my grandmother would defend against those players. My grandmother, which is almost
when these are things like consequences, like the players, if they lose ball, okay, it's only Gallagher that is chasing. It's only Caicedo that is chasing.
They are getting that guy tired. You see, very soon Gallagher will get tired of everything.
Gallagher will get tired. Caicedo is already tired of this shit.
He will start moving around as the others used to. So if this coach doesn't do anything, to me, I see him as someone who is not ready to do anything.
Let me fix Chelsea's attack for you. Let me fix it for you. Remove Jackson. You're asking who are we going to put there? Remove Jackson and what's that Serbia player? The other striker. Remove them away from the team. Carry. What's this guy we bought from Man City? Because right now I can't remember their names no more. Cole Palmer. Take him to play, let him play the false 9. Let Nkuku play behind him. Let Nkuku play behind him as the number 10 or first, or play behind him. Let Modric play on the left side, and let this guy, what's his name, Madweke to play on the right side. Caicedo and Gallagher to play the 2 double pivots. I have fixed Chelsea's attack for you. At least they will give me 1 goal or 2 goals. They will give me 1 goal or 2 goals. You know why? The 2 wingers are direct. This guy would drop deep for Nkuku to go forward.
Okay, guys, so let me just remind you what is happening in the Premier League right now, so you can have an idea how Chelsea are going to fight for relegation and become the new Everton as Mr. People Republic would say. So on Thursday, we had Crystal Palace against Brighton. It was 1-1. Aston Villa 1. Sheffield United 1. West Ham United 2. Manchester United 0. Fulham lost at home against Burnley. Yes, Vincent Company, my own brother. Burnley beat Fulham 2-0. Luton Town 1. Newcastle 0. Nottingham Forest 2. Bournemouth 3. That was a controversial. Somebody got a red card like very early. Bowley, that's his name. Tottenham Hotspurs beat Everton 2-1. It was very complicated at the end for Tottenham though. Liverpool Arsenal 1-1. And today, I don't know what time you're gonna watch this video, but Wolves 2, Chelsea 0 on Christmas Eve, where we Chelsea fans paid a lot of money to go and watch that crap, while the players are flying in private jet. They're going home very, very quickly to play 4-night whatever games with high-speed show online the entire night instead of staying at Cobham and practicing some shooting. We have the table now for people who are watching on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. Arsenal are top of the table. The Elephants still on top of the tree. 40 points. We're still waiting for the time that they're gonna collapse. Liverpool are second, 39 points. Aston Villa are third, 39 points. Tottenham Hotspurs are fourth, 36 points. Spurs kind of like, I'm surprised. That tells you how good they were at the beginning of the season, because they lost like 3 games in a row, but it doesn't look like you can move them. They're still in top 4, even though when Manchester City got 1 game in hand because they were playing like the Club World Cup. So City still 17 games, so they have one more games in hand, but they are technically 5th with 34 points. West Ham of all people, they are 6th with 30 points. West Ham. 7th, we have Newcastle United, 39 points. Number 8, we have Manchester United with 28 points. 9, we have Brighton, 27 points. 10th, we have Chelsea, 22 points. 11th, we have Wolves with 22 points, the same point as Chelsea, but we have Chelsea got like +1 goal difference, and Wolves got like -7 goal difference. Number 12, we have Bournemouth with 22 points. 13, we have Fulham, 21 points. 14, we have Brentford with 19 points. 15th, Crystal Palace. This is the team that we're gonna play against on Tuesday, and they have 18 points. 16th, we have Everton. Everton 16 points. No, Crystal Palace 18 points. Excuse me. And Everton 16 points. Nottingham Forest are 17 with 14 points. Luton Town are 18th with 12 points. Burnley 18th. No, they are 19th with 11 points only. And Sheffield United are bottom of the table with 9 points. Everton, of all people, the appeal still going on. So let's say if they give them their 10 points back, look at that. They're going to have like 26 points. That is more than Chelsea Football Club. So they might find themselves in the 8th position. Look how good Everton been after that sanction. They deducted the point. Shame on us. And let me remind you what happened today, or whatever day you are watching in your location. Wolves 2, Chelsea 1. Mario Lemina, 51st minute, and Matt Dorothy scored 90 minutes plus 3, and Christopher Nkunku for consolation scored 90 minutes plus 6. Christopher Nkunku, a short guy like him, can score header, but Jackson can't even touch the freaking ball with his head. What the hell? How can you be a number 9 without knowing how to score? At least nod the ball, man. Do something. That guy is horrible when it comes to heading the ball. Statistics, same old. Chelsea domination FC, 68.4% possession. Alright? Shot on target, they had 5. But the quality of the shot on target is just very poor. Passing the ball to the goalkeeper or just straight to the goalkeeper. The shot, we had like 16 shots altogether. You look at all the metrics here, Chelsea always top of the table. But at the end, the most important is to score goals and get 3 points, which we are terrible on doing. Oh man. What happened to my team? So yeah, that's pretty much what happened today, people. If you want me to remind you the next games, let me show you some gallery here. Gallery or some pictures here. Anybody, if you are tired and you wanna sleep or you wanna do something, feel free to do so. I'm still here. I got my nap today. I don't have the Blue Army with me. The party is tomorrow. I'm driving like 8 o'clock in the morning to join in the farm. I'm good. So don't worry. If you feel like you want to go sleep, feel free, man. Don't kill yourself because of this thing.
I think I have to just say this so that I can go to sleep because
say and say goodbye, bro.
it's late here. To me, my take on the next match, I don't think we are going to lose the match. I don't think so. But to me, if we lose the match, I think that should be the last match for Pochettino. Because we can't continue like that. The Crystal Palace match.
Okay.
I don't think we'll lose that match. I think we'll surely win. But if we lose, I think the man should go. It's not the man for the team. If he select the proper players and let this player know that they are making mistakes and they should learn from them.
Anyways, he got more than 14 players that not gonna be there.
Forget about the injury.
Okay.
The attackers. Rory Sterling, he made a lot of mistakes. Like he lose a lot of chances today. Let him know with this there is a punishment for it. He should sit on the bench and let another person play.
He's not gonna even because he got many yellow cards. He's suspended.
Nicholas Jackson, he should also sit down on the bench as well. So many of them like that. There are people who are ready to play on the bench. Let Nkunku start. Let Romeo Lavia, let him start. You can't say because some people get injured that you left. Okay, let's assume there is nobody to play the position, to even play out of position. We say because some players get injured, then you play 9 against 11, or you play lesser team against 11. This is their choice. This is their position, and that is what the work they have to do. Let them do it. Or you say because they are just coming from business, motivate them. Let them do the work. Or because you said maybe you don't trust them, I don't know. See, to me, if we lose that match, I think Poch should go. So, bro.
Alright, man.
Me leaving my work to go and watch Chelsea myself, I'm tired. So I think these days I have to stop watching the match. The woman will break my heart. My team will also be breaking my heart. I'm sorry. All right.
All right, I'll see you when I see you, bro. Take care.
All right. All
Get
right.
some
bro.
sleep. Get some sleep. I think People's Republic also is very tired. He's gone. He didn't even say goodbye. But it's okay. I reminded people that if you want to leave, you want to go sleep, it's very late in some countries and very early in other countries. So
Hey, Mr. Host, before
Yes,
I
sir.
leave,
Yes.
before I leave, yeah, like I'm still gonna say, you need to show your presence. So the coach needs to show his presence, like his voice. He needs to voice out. Second, play your best players in their best position for Christ's sake. If it's to sacrifice Thiago Silva or Disasi or one of them, sacrifice one of them. Play Ian Martin in his position. Play Malo Gusto in his position. Play the right players. Players that are messing up, don't let them play. Let them sit down in the bench for a while.
Do you think that he doesn't even have a solution, a choice?
Solution he could have got. This is the time he could have given Washington chance to come and prove himself.
Washington deserve a chance.
He's starting from the missing all these chances. Then give Washington, give him a run of games.
I completely understand that. All right, so let me remind people here what is going to happen. So next up in the Premier League, we have on Tuesday, December the 26th, Boxing Day, Newcastle United against Nottingham Forest, 7:30 Eastern. Bournemouth against Fulham, 10 o'clock in the morning. Sheffield United against Luton Town. That one is going to be on Peacock, 10 o'clock. Burnley against Liverpool. Wow. Vincent Company against Jurgen Klopp. And then Manchester United against Aston Villa. Wow, this game is going to be really, really interesting because new owners are going to be watching this game closely. If Ten Hag doesn't do anything, I think he could be sacked. Wednesday, the 27th, Brentford against Wolves. Wow. And then Chelsea against Crystal Palace. That is going to be 2:30 Eastern time on Peacock. It's been a long time since Peacock really put the Chelsea game. So, and Everton against Manchester City. So let me just remind you everything. And then on Thursday, December the 28th, that is gonna be probably match day. I don't know, number 20 or something. Brighton against Spurs. Arsenal against West Ham. Saturday, December the 30th. Luton Town against Chelsea Football Club. But to be honest, Luton Town are even better than Chelsea right now. Let's not kid ourselves, right? Luton Town, at least they can score very good goals. And they work together, they work very hard for each other. They know that they don't have the budget, they don't have 1 billion to spend. All they have is the fight, the energy, determination, everything. And then Aston Villa are going to play against Burnley. Crystal Palace to play against Brentford. Manchester City against Sheffield United. Wolves against Everton. So many games, really. So many games. Let me scroll down a little bit. I don't even know where I am at. So Burnley against Luton Town. Manchester United against Tottenham Hotspurs. Wait. Sunday. Oh, that is January already. I'm reading already January. What the heck? I wanted just to... Oh, that's long wait. That is next year. Next year. But in a few days, huh? Yeah, so I think I already... Yeah, I was here. Manchester City against Sheffield United on Saturday, December the 30th. And then Wolves against Everton. Nottingham Forest against Manchester United. And then the 31st of December 2023, the last day of the year, is going to be Fulham against Arsenal. And Tottenham Hotspurs against Bournemouth. And on Monday, January 1st, on New Year Day, we're going to have Liverpool against Newcastle United. And on Tuesday, actually January the 2nd, we have West Ham against Brighton. Wow. And I think from there, Chelsea are going to be like on a on break, because Chelsea only plays on Saturday, January the 13th. So we're gonna have like a mini break because they have to recycle some teams plays in at the beginning of January, and other teams are gonna be off for like 1 or couple of weeks, something like that. And then when they come back, other teams are gonna be, so they recycle, which is good because it was just so hard for players to keep up. No Christmas break, no break in January, no winter break. It just was killing pretty much everybody in the Premier League. So now they are giving them some days off, which is good. So yeah. Everything here. My brother Nippon, I can't get you because it's telling me that your devices are not connected. I don't know if you're still on your first class. The first class man traveling all over the world. The Emirates, I saw you somewhere in first class, your dream to travel with the Emirates or Qatar Airways or one of the Middle East aviation companies there, that you were on first class, man. You got a lot of money. But I can't put you through because it's telling me that your devices are not connected. So probably your internet is not working good in your first class seat. Yeah. Probably the Qatar Airways or Emirates or I don't know what company, I forgot. But if you are in a very stable place where internet is connected nicely, you can call again, come again. I'm still here for a few more minutes, people. You see the link? This is the link here. Bam, you click, you join us. You have your say. Oh man, so Tuesday again we have games, Wednesday games, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, every single, pretty much after every 2 days you have games in the Premier League. Oh man. So I'm here for the people. I'm gonna wait a little bit to see if some other people are gonna join us. If you don't want to join us, and then we're gonna have to leave. So some of the big games that happened this match day number 18. This one was 1-1 between Arsenal and Liverpool. Mohamed Salah scored 29th minute. Gabriel Magalhaes scored for Arsenal 4th minute. Remember? Salah was the man of the match, according to the fans. Nippon, are you there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you still in your first class seat, or you feel very, very tired and sleepy? What's going on, bro?
Yeah, well, my camera's off for a reason.
Oh, okay, you're sleeping, right? You still on the airplane? You still traveling?
No. I'm in my own bed.
Oh, you're on bed at home? I thought that you were traveling. You were going somewhere in Dubai or somewhere.
No, that was a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you go to the game today? Oh.
I have a job.
No?
I have a job.
Oh, you had to go to work? Okay.
Yeah.
So what's going on? Where we go from here? Why are we so poor, man?
Just trust in Poch, innit?
Are you still Poch in or Poch out?
Oh, I'm going to give up when the board gives up. I'm just going to say that Pochettino should not have full control over the transfers because he has some shit talent ID.
Okay, like who?
But look, I know Conor Gallagher has been our best performer this season, but let's not pretend there isn't a mistake in it.
So who's not making a mistake in that team? It's just like everybody. Oh, you don't score, or you don't defend good. It's nobody's like perfect. Like, tell me who is better than him? If he was that bad, who's better than him in that team right now?
Ideally, and I say this, ideally, Enzo should be better than him.
Okay, what Enzo does that makes him better than Gallagher?
He hasn't done any.
Goal, tackles, running, like something that justify 120 million. And you have some guy who is on the lower wage at Chelsea Football Club. The lowest one is Gallagher, and he's on free. Why Gallagher needs to? Why should we like put all the light on him and not on people who were brought to the team to bail us out when we are struggling? They're not doing, because when you pay that kind of money, I expect you to be my Jude Bellingham. When nothing is working good in the team, but you are the only guy that will score like people you have some connection issues. So if you come back, you tell me what makes Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez better than Gallagher that we have on free, and we pay, let's say, in terms of the money that we pay on people at Chelsea Football Club, he's on minimum wage. In terms of the money that we pay people at Chelsea, the money that Gallagher is on is just like minimum wage, and he's on free. So what makes him that bad and deserve to go and praise Enzo Fernandez?
I mean, he's just a 100 million player, so he just feels pressure that he has to play him. I read a stat somewhere that Conor Gallagher has more assists than Federico Valverde. Is that true?
I haven't checked on statistics there, but I don't know if he has many assists this season. What I'll see from him is like the fight, the determination, and some assists here and there. Without Gallagher, you will see us weaker than that.
I think I'm just being pressured into this by Cobham haters.
Yeah, that's the way it is in the community. It's like one-sided. We just close. You know, it's always about what he doesn't do instead of what he does. But if you compare him with other expensive players that we are paying tons of money, you will see that there's no need to hate.
Where do you think Nkunku fits in our team?
Well, look at how when he comes on, everything changes when he's on pitch, right? So yeah, he fit because somebody who fits is somebody who produces something. When was the last time like one of our attackers scored a header? Nothing. Jackson can't even touch the ball with his head. He doesn't even know how to nod his head. He is just awful. But Nkunku even is shorter than Jackson. But look how he jumped and scored that goal. Just like a pure number 9, but he's not even number 9. So I think he fits anybody that can produce a result fit in the team. Yeah, so
yeah, as I was saying, Nico Jackson isn't even a footballer.
Yeah, the chances that he's missing is just like incredible. How can you miss those chances? But he scored more goals than Gabriel Jesus, Rasmus Højlund, and some other strikers in the Premier League. Nunes.
But no one will talk. But no one will talk about him because he plays for Chelsea.
Yeah.
He will not get any praise because he plays for Chelsea.
But also, I can understand why people are not giving him any praise because he misses more than he scores. And the goals that he scored, all of them are like very, very easy tapping. 9 against 11, Tottenham Hotspur. He could have scored minimum 6. Minimum. Because of the chances that he had one-on-one. And other goals that he scored was like the right place, the right time, but nothing like exceptional. So I see both ways. I see both ways. If you look at statistics only, you're gonna say, oh man, but he's not that good. He's not that bad. This guy, look at statistic. He scored 7 goals. You know, maybe one goal less than Mo Salah, and you start thinking about that. But if you watch the entire game, you will say this guy doesn't even deserve to be in the Sunday League team.
Listen. 7 goals, 7 tap-ins, that's better than 0 goals from open shot targets.
Definitely.
The fact that it's a goal,
the goal is a goal,
counts. Yeah, a goal is a goal.
Which I understand, but if you start...
Where would we be, where do you think we would be in the table if
Right now, I'm not even thinking about the table anymore. At the beginning of the season, I said we were going to finish 7th. But right now, I'm not sure, bro. Right now, it's just game by game. Don't be surprised if you see Crystal Palace coming on Wednesday and beat us in Stamford Bridge. We have 11 injuries. We have 2 suspensions. And we don't know anybody that can get injured in training or have stomach bugs or something. It's always something with Chelsea. Crystal Palace, they have pretty much everybody that was injured. Olise is coming to prove us wrong and stuff. I mean, right now I don't
Nah.
really think about the table, bro. I wanna just game by game and see what's gonna happen.
Crazy as it sounds, I still think we finish 7.
What do you say?
I said this is gonna sound crazy, but I still think we finish 7.
Yeah, but that is not even where we belong. Though. We belong in the Champions League. It's gonna be really, really tough to even get.
We'll be back.
One day.
Look, we signed N'Golo Kante when we were 10th, ironically. And don't say, oh, he was at Leicester, so no one knew. Nah, he was proving world-class levels when he was
Yeah,
at
they just
Leicester.
won the Premier League, yeah?
Yeah. So don't give me that, oh, it's easy to take a player off Leicester. No, he was a world-class player at the time we bought him.
Yeah, I agree. Spot on. Completely agree with you, my brother. Let's hope that we. So if you have to buy like one player in general, what is gonna be your position? What is gonna be your priority?
Striker, because we can't finish chances for trophies.
Striker. Who is in your mind? Like, what is your choice between like Osimhen, the new guy called from Sporting Lisbon? His last name.
Yeah,
is
Victor Gyökeres.
Yeah, Gyökeres guy. Or what is your choice? Like in general, I don't want to influence you here, but I was just throwing some names there. But who is your ideal kind of striker?
Look, my first choice will be Victor Osimhen, because I like this Victor Gyökeres guy, but he just needs more time to nurture and develop. He's only had one double-digit goal-scoring season in top-level football, so he needs time.
Okay.
I don't want Ivan Toney.
Why?
Because he's twerking for Arsenal.
That's what Mikhailo Modric was doing every single day. Remember that?
And look how and.
You're breaking, bro. I can't hear you. I don't know if it's my fault. You're gone, Nippon. Your microphone is gone.
Hello.
Yes, now I can hear you. You're back.
Someone called me. I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. I'll be here. Take your time, bro. Take your time. Anyways, anybody else wanna call? I think many people are celebrating, many people are sleeping. Not expecting many people tonight, but it was just a good show to have a conversation. Okay, so you have everything you wanna know about the Premier League. Now let me go back to Twitter and double check if there is any update. And after that, I will be leaving. Come back tomorrow at some point. I will be back. Anyways, what is happening, people? Yes, sir.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay, so what you said about Tony, because he's twerking Arsenal and stuff, that's why you don't
Yeah,
like
look, I know I know that Woodrick worked for Arsenal. Look at how much of a flop he's being for us. They got Trossard, a much better player. Look, if Osimhen fails, we should just go for another Villarreal player, the one we should have gone for instead of Nico Jackson.
Who?
What's
his name? So he's a
Gerard Moreno.
Yeah, Gerard Moreno.
I would not put it. It would not surprise me one bit if he ends up at Aston Villa.
Yeah, because of Emery connection.
Yep,
Mochi also the director of football. Yeah, I can see the link there. Yeah. And if they qualify for the Champions League, that is going to be even better. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but the thing with Moreno is I recommended him. I mean, like, he will give you goals.
But
He might not give you
in La Liga, bro. In La Liga, that's the problem. In La Liga, you can give goals, whatever. You can score whatever, how many goals. But the Chelsea reality is completely different.
You mean the Premier League reality?
Well, not necessarily Premier League. I'm talking about Chelsea reality because it looks like we buy players. They were scoring big goals in other teams. They come to Chelsea and they flop. Then they go to other teams. They start scoring again. So.
Not all of them. The last La Liga purchase we made.
But
from a big club.
Morata technically, that season that we bought him, he was at Juventus on loan. Not really on loan. He went back to Real Madrid, and then he was sold.
I'm talking about Diego Costa. He was a La Liga boy. Fernando Torres, albeit he was still good for Chelsea. They were both La Liga boys, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that makes sense. And
so why not Moreno?
Moreno, I haven't really dig on him. I think Chelsea...
Well, he's the starting striker for both club and country. I mean,
how tall is Moreno? He's a kind of short. So. This time around, I'm looking for a bully, bro. Somebody really who is physically big.
I think he's tall. I'm gonna see how tall he is.
To kill yourself, bro. I know that you are so tired but we just talking. When I watch him on TV, he doesn't look like somebody who can bully people in the Premier League, like bully Van Dijk or something. Now I'm looking really for somebody strong physically, good in air, you know. He can score different goals, but can also participate to the team, to the game. Drop deep if you need to. But mostly be a target man. Somebody really that you are in that box and people are afraid of you, like Drogba or Costa. People are
He's
pushing.
tall. He is tall.
Oh yeah?
Moreno is tall. He's 5'11".
5'11"?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Look like heavy, like a 6'1", 6'2". Big. Strong there, but I got your point.
It's just 3 foot. No difference.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Yeah, we all have choices.
I think he scored against Liverpool in the Champions League semi-finals. So Van Dijk won't be an issue for him.
Okay.
So he knows how to. If he's, I don't know if he was one of the goal scorers in which they went 2-0 up.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. So if Pochettino gets the sack, who will you bring in?
I'm gonna give him time. Right now, I don't wanna push the agenda.
Oh, me too. No, me too. I want to give him more time.
Yeah, but just in case, you and me, we don't make decisions. So somebody's gonna make a decision. We like it or not. If somebody decides in the office, he's gonna get sacked. But if he gets sacked now, you bring Hansi Flick.
Yeah, bring him in. We go on a little run. Hansi Flick go on a little run.
Hansi Flick got the experience with the national team, also with the club.
Look,
and
think about it.
He's good with the young.
He's not young. He's not young. He's almost 60 years
with
old.
The young players. I didn't
say
that he's young. Like Musiala,
Okay.
when he took him from Chelsea Academy and bring him straight to Bayern Munich first team. Because certain managers are going to say, oh no, I'm not going to give you a chance. But he's not afraid of giving a chance to the youngsters. So I see.
You know what I see if we get Hansi Flick is that he will promote a lot of the Cobham players to the first team.
Yeah, and not only about Cobham. I'm talking about young players in general. They don't have the same opportunity as Chelsea. Look at Cesar Casadei or Andrew Santos. Now we have Washington, who've been playing in Brazil, and then Chelsea and kill his own career. Now he's not nowhere to be seen. So not only about the Cobham, but also about young players in general, because people tend to say, oh, he's a young player, he needs time, but throw them there, because the people that you are trusting are losing games. Every single game they are losing. So what do you have to lose? Sometimes you have just to launch those kids out there and let them do their thing, because they have nothing to lose. They want to impress you. They want to play football. At least you're going to have energy and fight. So Hansi Flick, yeah, good shout for him. Many people have been saying about Xabi Alonso. What do you think about Alonso?
Not won anything in his management career. So no thank you.
But he's going to win. This season probably he's going to win a couple of trophies. I think he's going to beat Bayern Munich and win the Bundesliga, and he might win Europa League.
All I'm going to say is that Bayern Munich are not going trophyless this season.
Which means
and
they might win like the Champions League
or even a domestic cup. Yeah.
Well, they are out of the polka, the domestic. Let's call it like the FA Cup over there.
Yeah, and they got knocked out by Germany's equivalent of Lincoln City.
Yeah. So that is one cup that they are already out. Over there, they don't have like the Carabao Cup. I think they have only that FA Cup and the Paul Cup and the Bundesliga Cup. So if they're already out of the cup and the Bundesliga, they are like second or third. Alonso can't lose right now, let's be honest. So it's gonna be probably, if they don't win the Champions League, I don't really see them winning La Liga or Bundesliga.
They're going to sack Thomas Tuchel, and that's just gonna make me laugh even more.
They're not gonna sack him though because they invested so much money on him. You know, they broke some record on signing big names. That was never like Bayern Munich strategy or whatever. Buying Ken and Thomas Tuchel getting his way there. I don't think after investing so much money, they are going just to sack the manager. Like Kim, they bought Kim from
Kim Min-jae.
yeah. They bought some very, very good key players, very expensive though, because over the years Bayern Munich were like everybody wanna play for them, like the entire Germany, all the German players wanna go to Bayern. So it was like too easy for them to say, hey, listen, don't sign a new contract in your club. We're gonna give you this and that, and they get him on cheap. They give him good wage and he plays for Bayern. But now Thomas Tuchel broke the rules. He was like, no, bring me Cam, bring me such and such, pay whatever it takes. So if they don't really win, probably many people are gonna say this is Spursy, Hurricane, and all that. And last season they were very lucky to win it the last day because Dortmund decided not to win their game at home.
Look, man, I just look. Even if they do, even if Xabi Alonso does win the Bundesliga, I would still want Hansi Flick.
Okay, I respect your opinion.
Because he's won more trophies.
Yeah. But winning trophies depend also on the team that you have. If Hansi Flick, even Hansi Flick might need a couple of seasons to like settle at Chelsea Football Club because...
But he won't have us this low in the table because he hasn't got that Tottenham DNA in him.
Okay.
Look, think about it. I think the board, look, if they sack Poch, I think they'll only get a better manager. I'll tell you why. Because, think about it. They hired Graham Potter. What people say, he is not a better manager than Pochettino.
Okay.
So they think, they was like, oh my god, we made a mistake. And let's not forget here that Pochettino wasn't even the board's first choice.
Who was the first choice then?
I think it was Nagelsmann. They interviewed both Nagelsmann and Enrique.
Yeah.
Before hiring Pochettino. So he wasn't even their first choice. So this tells me that, yeah, they were ambitious. They were trying to get a big name.
But a big name that also complies to their demand. Because the reason why Nagelsmann said no, it was because he was demanding certain things that they were not
Nagelsmann said no because he thought he was too big for Chelsea.
He was too big to Chelsea? Nobody is bigger than Chelsea. Come on.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
No, it was like his demand of like controlling like the transfer window and want this and that. But the board, like Chelsea, just wanna somebody who can be good with the youngsters who can develop the new project. And Nagelsmann is not like a project manager anymore. He sees himself as a winner and need to win now instead of wait for a long term and develop a bunch much of kid. That probably was the biggest issue there. Not like he's bigger. What he has won in his life to be bigger than Chelsea. And this is somebody who was also, on Tottenham list, and he gave the same demand also at Tottenham Hotspurs.
No, I'm not buying that.
Okay.
I saw someone saying that he rejected Chelsea because he thought he was too big for them.
Well, that is somebody's opinion. But the sources like Sky or Fabrizio or Ben Jacobs, the people, I'm not saying that they are like 100% trusted sources or anything, but usually, like Sky Sport Germany and some big account from Germany that say that the negotiation wasn't good. He had an interview and all that. So if he knew that he was too big, he was never even going to accept an interview. So you accept an interview just means that you are interested, and you're not talking about big. Probably when he was rejected because of his demand, and he's like, no, I rejected them instead of like they rejected me, kind of, It's probably egos, but I don't really think that he said that, or he thinks that he's bigger than Chelsea. It's just he said, probably I'm bigger than this project, because Project Kid is not my level anymore. Probably that could be the sense.
That's where he probably needs to humble himself. Because let's not beat around the bush here. He's a kid when it comes to management.
Yeah.
So he's letting all this get to his head. He just has a massive ego and nothing to show for it.
Yeah. He won some trophies with Bayern.
Oh, come on. Roy Hodgson could do that.
Yeah, Roy Hodgson could do that. Yeah. I agreed, brother. I agreed. So what yeah, that's interesting, really.
Yeah.
So what? I think you are under the weather a little bit. What is your plan for Christmas? Or do you celebrate Christmas or not? You just
Yeah, I celebrate Christmas. Gonna spend it with family and friends.
You have anything planned?
Probably gonna have dinner at home, roast dinner.
Yeah, sometimes just sit home, dinner, relax at home instead of going places. Yeah, I got you. I got your point. But tomorrow also I'll be here at some point just to hang out and talk about stuff really in general. Yeah.
Look, man, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give Poch till the end of the season. If nothing happens, bring me Hansi Flick.
Okay.
I mean, like, since he has this winning DNA in him, I think he will get us. I think he'll put us into a little run. He'll go a little harder on the players. Like, he won't say stuff like, "Oh, the boys gave everything" and all that. But yeah, I just wanted to say that maybe Pochettino just said the boys gave everything just to keep the public morale in check. For all we know, I mean, like, he could have given them a right bollocking after the cameras turned off.
Yeah, that could be the case.
Behind the scenes, I guarantee you, when the camera stopped rolling, he gave those players a bollocking.
Yeah, the other press conference after what game that we lost against Manchester United, when it was like I'll get very, very angry and I was screaming at players and my voice is gone, kind of. So he went with the boys, gave everything. It didn't work, and then he went public to say that I got on them. I was so angry, and it looks like they didn't.
I mean, that's probably what he did. That's probably what he did. He only said the boys gave everything, just so that us fans don't panic.
But that is not what Chelsea fans want to hear, though, because that reminds them Grand Porter. Chelsea fans want to, you come out there and you say things and you get mad just to show them. But that could not be even reality.
Look. I agree with the managers who come out in interviews and give the positive things, because I don't like outing the player to everyone. That's a very outdated thing to do. Like, I would just say, oh, the boys gave everything. And then when the camera stopped rolling, I would just go in on them.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem, though. Because I think Chelsea fans wanna just see something, like, I don't know how to explain that, but they want you to express it loud. You have to do it publicly, which could be hypocrisy.
Let's just say that Chelsea fans are spoiled. Chelsea fans are spoiled.
We feel entitled. We are just like, it's difficult to explain.
So what time are you going live?
I don't know yet, because I have to. It's gonna depend on me and the guy taking my people here to the countryside, like 40 minutes away from where I am. And because they wanna party too much, like me, those parties feel like some kind of boring and stuff. So I'll be with them for a little while and then come back.
Will you be going live on Christmas Day though?
Yeah, Christmas Day. That's what I say is already tomorrow. Before your country is already today. That's why I say, like, I feel kind of boring to be around too many people and a lot of nonsense.
So you will be going live. Well, tomorrow for you, today for me.
You have to just put your notification on, and when you see, I can't really promise anything.
Yeah, because you stopped streaming for a month.
Yes, that's the problem. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on during this holiday period.
But you're back to more regular streams now, aren't you?
What do you say?
I said you're back to more regular streams now, aren't you?
Regular, like daily, I can't promise that now, because I have a little bit of free time when people are not around, so I can't really tell exactly. And those live streams, it's just like people are even discouraged. They don't want to even come to live streams anymore. Like, that's what Chelsea can do to you.
Oh no, I just want to be on live.
Probably a short live on Wednesday when Chelsea plays. I'm not gonna do a watch along or anything, because I have people now who are on holiday, and so when it's all holidays, you have so many people at home. So you don't have like free time to do live streams.
Will you do a call-in?
Huh?
Will you do a call-in? Will you do a call-in show?
Yeah, I always do a call-in show. That's my thing. I feel boring not to. That is even the goal of my shows is just so I can open the phone and talk to people.
Anyway, I'm gonna get some rest now.
Yes, sir.
So,
You really deserve some rest, and then you will see me tomorrow. Don't worry. Get well soon, okay? I can't even hear him. I think he's gone.
I'm here.
Yeah, I think you deserve to take. Are you drinking something for the cold or something?
Just hot water.
Yeah, some honey, ginger, and whatever mixed in. Something hot can help because it's cold there, even very cold here too. So.
Anyway, I'll see you later today then.
Thank you so much, my brother. God bless
See you.
See you. All right, so Nippon is gone, and I am leaving also very, very soon. If there is nobody take. All right. Nothing else to report here. Just a lot of Christmas messages from players and stuff. Yeah, there is nothing really to say here anymore. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok and stuff, Green Turf. This is me right there. If you wanna come and join the group, you can join me on social media. Always post something funny, something good to entertain you. So you're not gonna be disappointed. Chelsea can let you down, but I'm not gonna let you down. All right, people. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you in a few hours from now. I would say tomorrow, but tomorrow in my location and today in your location. I'll be back again, and by that time people will be up because now everybody is sleeping or everybody is drunk or something. So I might be back tomorrow on Christmas Day, when you finish eating and you're not drinking anymore, so we can have a good show, right? Hope you enjoy the show. On your way out, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. If you watch this video after it goes as a video on YouTube, you leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. You know what I mean? God bless you, my friends. You guys are absolutely legends.
Thank you.